All right. Let me see. Which one is it that I'm going into?
Are you ready, Dennis?
Am I supposed to watch you? I don't see what you're streaming.
Because I'm not streaming anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because you're taking a while, so I was doing other things. I didn't want to stream the show. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I love this.
We grab our dice and character sheets. Time to clear our weary heads. We're not just workers and parents. We're heroes with a cause. Trading deadlines and diaper duty for dragons, magic, and natural law. DnD, roll for it. Math rocks and make believe. Roll for it. Got legends up our sleeves. From corporate meetings to soccer practice to battling ancient orcs, we escape our daily grind as suburban dungeon dorks. So grab your coffee and leftover pizza, leave your stress outside the door. We need to save the kingdom. Roll for it. When the dragon breathes fire. Roll for it. When the stakes keep getting higher. Roll for it.
That wasn't the completely short version.
Such a
but
banger.
That's good.
Do you have a shorter version?
I
Like a
do.
30-second version?
Yeah, I do. It should have been on there. Sorry.
I must have not seen it. That's my bad, though.
It's my bad.
It's all of our bads.
It's actually on Brandon.
We're so awesome. They just had to write such a long song about us. I don't know.
They.
He, the one.
Okay. Welcome to D&D Roll For It, as I am now taking over as Dungeon Master, as we now explore the mechanic of Pathfinder 2E. Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It is in direct competition with Dungeon Dragons, but guess what? They didn't sponsor us. Maybe Pathfinder will.
Shout out to Paizo.
We're live. No editing that out. Rolled a natural one on.
So this will be our session. This will be our session 0. But really, based upon all of our pre-dialogue even before tonight, I see us jumping straight into our first adventure. We are missing a couple of fellow adventurers tonight, and hopefully the next time we play, they will join us. Let's just start off, guys. Where is your... Do you have any questions? Like, talking with each other, like, what do you guys need to figure out with each other?
With each other? I don't know.
I mean,
What's the setting?
something that would be nice to know, like, just in general, do we know each other? How well do we know each other? I know we've kind of generally talked about it, but to really... Are we coming in and introducing each other, or are we coming in and saying, oh, Prokk, good to see you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's all of you are part of the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah.
And all of you have been put on this contract for this adventure through the Pathfinder Society. But how you know each other is totally up to you guys. And if you want to know any number of each other before you got here, or most of you just like, this is the moment where you guys meet each other the first time, that's up to you. That's what we're kind of deciding right now.
Yeah, that'll be my perspective for separate reasons, but I don't think he knows anybody.
You guys. Okay.
Riven and Valvax know each other.
Why is that? What?
Riven's my little brother.
Perfect.
I love that.
Adopted.
And
I'm adopted.
and then I'm adopted.
Who told you?
The green didn't give it away.
Double the size.
The fact you can't talk to forest creatures. I don't know. Any of those things.
We can introduce Michael's character when he's here, so we don't have to worry about it.
Right,
But,
right.
but
We were going to talk about this.
He and I are actual brothers. So
Oh, so special.
Is there
Prokk
any?
and Brock. Have fun with
Is
that.
there any final character creation that needs to happen? But I think everybody here is completely built their character, right?
Did everybody get those
is there
4
any?
bonus attribute points?
Did
Oh, yeah.
anybody know that Dennis is a lying sack of potatoes?
Wow, that was rude.
I mean, I have a
Thanks.
30
Thank you,
charisma.
Mark.
Is that a problem? Plus,
Wait,
no, I'm just
I
kidding.
can modify.
Everybody
I can
knows
modify
to start off with a 30 and 1 stat, right?
Yeah,
And we
no,
had
like
100
a
gold.
plus 30.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I think that introducing the crucible of egg quest is like probably the easiest way for me to comfortably open up as my character. You know.
Oh, this is we're doing the session 0 thing right here. Is just making sure the book stuff is finished.
Mm.
Making sure there's no more things. But
Yeah.
we have basically done session 0 all week, talking to all of you all week long. So
Yeah, I spent my last 8 gold pieces, so I now have 0.
Wow.
Yep,
Wait, we have gold pieces?
You're
Oh, shoot.
poor.
okay.
I am poor.
So if you guys would like to look at my screen that I shared.
Yeah. Interesting.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What's that?
Nice.
This is the world that we will be playing in. It is still a work in progress. I apologize for that. But the geography and what you see is finished. It's just I'm just trying to map out where towns and cities and roads and things will be. This is the location you will be starting in right here.
Okay.
This
that a
is the
mountain range?
kingdom. Yes, these are mountain. This brown is a mountain range. Yep.
That's good.
What's the scale of a unit?
12 miles a hex.
Wow.
Good thing we have Cloud Walk or whatever.
We don't have that
Yeah.
anymore.
So
No, that was
basically,
lame.
I never had it. Not fair.
so basically, 1 hex is a day's travel.
I love that. I think that's such a great
That's
scale to have.
Yeah.
And so you can see this is the Kingdom of Romania. So I'm only going to talk to you about the thing you need to know right now. Kingdom of Romania is where your characters are currently residing. The Kingdom of Romania takes up the borders down this mountain range, up it, and across this mountain range like this. And the kingdom goes up here and ends somewhere up in this area, right up here. The northern edge right here is attached to this very barren looking area. This barren looking area is called the Wilds. And there is skirmishes along the northern border between Romania and the Wilds. So this whole area is always at skirmishes with the Wilds and what happens there. And you can see that there is this massive sea to the east of Romania that connects into other kingdoms. And then for the most part, there's a small land travel here to this kingdom south of it. And then there is 2 passes down here into, and this is only important because it's our neighboring region. This area right in here is called the Inner Kingdoms. So there are multiple kingdoms that reside within this inner area, and they're called the Inner Kingdoms. Romania, so now we'll focus back on Romania. This is the capital right here of Romania. And there is a trade route that travels through Romania following this major river off off this bay. And there's a main trade route that goes up this river. And at some point in here, it cuts across the forest and goes up into the Inner Kingdoms. So this is the major trade route through Romania.
Is it like a port?
And that
They're going to be like a port city where that land travels
Right
gonna
here.
be? No, yeah.
Yeah, there's to be
on the river port.
Yes, yeah. So you can see that this is going to be.
Those are cities. Wow.
Yeah, those are
It's a
those
lot
are
of
the
work.
cities.
I follow that. It's a lot of villages. And all those names you got to come up with.
Oh my gosh!
Right out of the gate, I think we need to category every village within 100 square miles, their population, their major commerce, goods and services.
So because of Romania's strength in the region, they are the major trade hub to bring trade into the inner kingdoms. Because their ability to access the major sea and then access the greater world around it. So Romania just became that hub.
Letter O with an umlaut.
Okay, so that's our
easy.
map. I'll
Please,
keep this up here. We'll keep this up. Just do that right there, and then I'm gonna unshare.
At
Well, you guys can
Wayfair,
look
we
at it.
get pretty excited
All right,
about furniture.
so,
Around here, it's not a patio, it's a patio.
Oh, I love.
A couple
You
things
want to
about
know
the
how
world.
to make a German
so
accent?
This
Don't worry,
this
is easy.
my
I teach you.
creation, and Mark has had a good hand in the creation of this world. And then every player
He made
that plays, I made it.
God
I
himself.
I am the molder. And then every player, well, the hope is that you guys help create the nuance, the detail of this world. So the macro level of the world is a setting right on the edge of the Renaissance era. So the world is leaving the medieval ages and entering the age of Renaissance, the Renaissance era. So it's right there on that cusp of leaving. Which is why, so gunpowder and guns are a thing. They're not prevalent, but it's also not it's not a weird thing to see somebody with a gun. Because of that, there is philosophy, art, drama, theater, these kinds of things that are becoming more prevalent. You also will see a level of sophistication in dress, from petticoats to more suit-looking women wearing more like dresses and flowing dresses. Think like Victorian era kind of look is kind of what I'm seeing here. For kind of the aesthetic, which is probably going to land more of like descriptions of NPCs than like our tokens, because a lot of our tokens land more medieval, right? More fantastical medieval, but try to imagine a world that is more Renaissance. So something to be noted here is there are kingdoms, but the church is an extremely heavy influence within this world. So think again, medieval Renaissance time, and the power structure that was existing that the Catholic Church had over the kingdoms in Europe. So I think that power struggle, and that's what's happening in this world as well. And because of that, there is one God in this world, and his name is Numen. Numen is the only God, and any other God is just that other God. There is only one God, Numen. And the clergy, like I said, has a massive hold in the region, and has a lot of power in the region. So think like the papal states and things from real life. That's the setting. Does any question about the setting? I'm trying to keep it rather 30-foot, 1,000-foot view, and we'll bring it down as either you guys want to bring it down, as details come up, and as needed.
What are like interspecies elves, orcs? Does everybody get along? Do normal skirmishes, or is like they're like certain outcast races? I guess.
Great question. There is only three races, that would be considered on the periphery, and that would be goblins, orcs, and the tree people. I can't remember their names, the races' names.
Leshy.
Leshy. Those are the 3 races that are on the extremities that would be racially profiled. And there is a level of the orcs are less racially profiled than the other 2. Only because I think people are more willing to accept the idea of orcs and their stereotypical like ferocity, their bloodthirstiness is more to understand, more easier to understand and get along with than the clever tricksterness that a goblin that it becomes is very not trustworthy and things. And then the Leshy is on the outside because they're just weird. And people just don't understand them. They're very alien, so they just aren't really accepted just because they're so alien. Any more questions about the world that you guys would like to know more about?
At some point, and not immediately at any point, could there be like an iteration of this, or maybe as we discover them, just with like red border lines through, just so it can be kind of like clearly defined? You know, this is Romania, this is whatever.
Oh yes,
else.
yeah, on the map. Yes, absolutely. Eventually that will happen. Cool. As you can see, there is still a lot of development on the map itself.
Oh yeah, and it literally will not be an issue at all. But just was thinking about it.
You'll hear me complaining.
Yeah, I figured.
Just don't look at the upper right corner right now.
As everyone does.
Yeah, as everyone looks like, what's wrong with the upper right corner?
You mean the top peninsula that looks like something strange?
the penis looking Scandinavia.
Whoa,
I
was
that it shows a much more zoomed out view.
The overall map.
It's no. I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you can just see that it's green because I haven't even gotten close to just like coloring that the correct colors at all. Yeah.
Well, considering it would take us about 3 weeks across all of Romania, I don't think that we're gonna have to worry about that the upper green portion anytime soon.
Oh, clarification on distance traveled. Is there a travel system that has like I don't know how to put it. So it takes 1 day to travel a hex?
Walking. If you're on horseback,
can we hire a cart or horse.
Yeah, if you have faster travel, you can cross more hexes in a day, which is a little bit of a suspended disbelief. But so if you're like on horseback, if the whole group was on horseback, then you can travel 2 hexes in a day.
Nice.
But walking, it's 1 hex a day. There's a little bit of suspension of disbelief on the horse thing, and I'd like to say that the idea is that you don't go all the way through 2 hexes. It's that you finish somewhere in the 2nd hex, as opposed to walking. You can only make it to the edge of the 1st hex. So effectively, in 2 days, you cross 3 hexes on horseback, but in 2 days, you only cross 2 hexes by walking.
Were we only supposed to start with 20 gold, basically, as we meant?
It is 15 gold. 15 gold.
Nice trade, Buster.
And you get 15 gold. You get your basic equipment, and if you want to upgrade or make that equipment something different, in like as a level 0 equipment, you can pay the difference.
Okay, because
if you want more than just like the 1 weapon, you can go buy another weapon.
So I started like with a longbow and dagger.
Yeah. Well, say that again. You cut out like as you longbow, long
dagger, and a hatchet.
So you get 2 weapons, not 3.
But you would just buy the 3rd one with your gold.
You just buy the 3rd one with your
buy
gold.
the dagger with your gold.
Right.
So do there. Buy the cheap one.
And everybody gets an adventurer's kit. And then you can use your gold to buy any other gear that you want before we start. That's level 0. All right, so that's the world. Now we're going to do a slight Pathfinder thing. Pathfinder. It's going to be very similar to 5th edition in how it plays. In the sense of like role playing and just playing is going to be very similar. There's a 3 action economy that is played through, you do not inherently have a reaction. Your class gives you reactions based upon your class. So you don't inherently have an attack of opportunity as a reaction. Your class has to specify that you have that. Criticals are if you roll 10 above the armor class of your opponent, you get that's a critical hit. Criticals are double the dice, so double the roll, and that means that it's including your modifier. So whatever your roll is and your modifier times 2 is a critical hit. And if you roll a nat 20, I have critical roll cards that we will be drawing from, and we'll draw those, and that effect will happen.
Or critical range. So if it's an 18 to 20 for a falchion, for example.
Correct. Yes.
The one thing I would say, and this is totally up to you guys, but referencing the good old GCP, you will be critting very often with a keen with an 18 to 20 crit range. So they changed it after enough time to only pull a card on an at 20, because otherwise you just blow through the cards.
We'll see what happens.
I don't have
we'll
a
nerf it if we
falchion,
need to.
just asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Neither does my brother, I don't think.
The thing we need to all
Imaginary
remember is the multiple attack penalty, or also called the MAP, multiple attack penalty. Everybody suffers from this. Your first attack is at your highest attack bonus. Your second is -5, and your third is -10. That can be reduced if you use an agile weapon, which then becomes a -4 and then a -8. There is specific abilities that can lower that your map, and specific abilities that can overcome your map as well. But it's going to be difficult to remember as we play, so we're all going to be patient with each other, that there are abilities that allow you to overcome your map, but if you read the fine print, it often will say that this counts as 2 attacks for your multiple attack penalty. So an example of that would be twin blades, I think it's called, where you take
down.
No, twin takedown's a good one too. I was thinking when you do that, you do 2 weapons. You do 2 weapons, a weapon in each hand, and you attack with both. What that allows you to do is make 2 attacks at the highest attack, to make an attack with both weapons at your highest attack penalty, using all the damage from both attacks and your bonus, but using 2 actions. But you read the fine print on that, it does say that that is as if you took 2 attacks for attack penalty purposes. So on your third attack, you're at a -10. So does that make sense? So you gotta everybody just be very clear when you read your abilities that a multiple attack penalty is rather heavy and happens very frequently. And there's very few abilities that completely override your map.
And offhand attack is specific to dual wielding training. Like there's no bonus action to do an offhand attack for a dual wield.
Nope. In fact, dual wielding in of itself doesn't necessarily get you anything, except for there are certain abilities, like I said, like the double attack, where you have 2 short swords. You make an attack with both simultaneously, and you deal 1d6 plus your bonus at your highest attack bonus.
Oh, bonus!
But that counts.
I said that your highest attack, lowest attack, whatever, highest deficit. Okay.
And yeah. But having 2 weapons in your hand, unlike in 5th edition, where it's attack and then offhand bonus action attack, in Pathfinder, an attack is an action, an attack is an action, attack is an action. It doesn't matter what hand you're using; it's an action regardless.
For flair, you could say it's like boom, 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 but
Well,
Exactly.
and you could have. I mean, they might be two different weapons. They
Yeah,
might be weapons with different effects, and also with dual wielding, I mean, we might not have it yet, but there's abilities like flensing and different stuff that will come down the line.
Also, abilities that target their reflex save, fortitude save, or will save are not considered attacks that deal with attack penalties. Right?
correct. Yep. So that's
But
one way to get.
cantrips and other
Yeah.
If you have to roll a d20 for it in an attack capacity, then it does. But yeah.
like
there's
a ranged spell
definitely
attack.
spells.
A ranged
There's
spell
ranged
attack would
spell
attack.
attacks.
Yes. So if you were to go ranged spell attack and then melee hit, you go highest bonus -5.
Second, and then what you're saying is like a spell effect that causes
a
reflex
save.
fortitude.
Yeah.
like just okay.
If-
okay.
So if you were to
And-
force somebody to make a save, and then you were to attack, that attack is at your highest attack bonus.
And if any of us do ever get reactive strikes, those are outside of that chain as well.
Yes.
So those are at your full
At your full.
bonus.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah, it says I have
Um,
a reaction decapitate, and it's like if somebody attacks me, I can automatically kill my opponent.
Love that.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I had saved this. Maybe I didn't. I did not save it. Oops. So, there are other ways to do things in combat that is not attacking. And I invite you to figure out other things to do than just swing your sword, because you're going to become very disappointed, because you're going to realize that third swing is super dumb, because you're taking a -10 penalty, which is a lot to overcome. So
Because missing is not the worst thing that can happen. So with the critical fail.
we're not doing critical fails like in a way that I feel like missing is already bad enough. Like we don't need to add insult
That's
to it.
fair.
Oh, a step is one, for example, where you can step outside of the range of attack of opportunity or whatever.
Yes. So like so
Or-
if you go to your character sheet, you can go down. You go to your actions, and you can see all the actions that your character can take. And it's important to remember that there's more things you can do than just swing your sword. For instance,
Take cover.
take cover. Demoralize is a very popular one to do.
Trip.
Tripping. Raising your shield.
Reposition. Interesting.
Drop prone.
So just like, you probably can do a quick Google search as well, and it'll give you a quick Google search. Probably also give you a number of actions that people are typically use that will benefit the group. So like I want to use an example.
Everything's cutting out.
You
I don't know
froze
what's
for a
going
sec. Yeah, you're frozen.
Okay, there you go. You're back now,
That's
Dennis.
better.
I don't know what happened there.
on. Me neither.
What's one thing that people can do to help your character out the most, Dennis? I know you have one thing. Do you remember what it is?
Yes, I do. It's getting somebody off guard.
Off guard.
Off guard. Yep. Put something into an off guard condition. If you can set them off guard, that's great. 'Cause sneak attack, baby. Sneak attack can hit more than once around, so I can hit him twice if I hit 2 attacks, or 3 times if I hit 3 attacks.
Yep, exactly. So getting that sneak attack out for him is really good, and the way he does that is by getting somebody off guard. He can set that up a little bit on himself, but if anybody has the ability to set somebody off guard on their turn, it can set up that Dennis for awesome moves.
Is anybody using bludgeoning weapons?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm a cutter. Not specifically a cutter.
Cutter Darkman.
I should have played cutter. Opportunity lost.
For the first several sessions, when you make an action that's new and that we all haven't been hearing a lot, give us a read of that action, because it's all of us are learning the game. So give us a read of it. You know, if it's the same thing you've been doing every single turn and we all get familiar with it, there's no reason to keep on reading it. But if it's a new one, a spell, an ability, give us a read of it. And don't read the flavor text of it. Read the mechanic text of it. It just allows all of us to understand the game better, understand each other's characters better. And then with that being said, there's so much to know in Pathfinder, and if there's a rule that you guys know because character sheet that I got wrong, please correct me. If you know a rule that I got wrong, please correct me. Now, we don't want to turn into a rules lawyer venting session where we drag down the game for an hour because we're debating a rule. But like, if you know the answer, just correct me immediately, and I'm okay with that. Please do so, because we all want to learn how to play the game correctly. And finally is, unlike in 5th edition where I can pull a lot of rules out of my butt when it comes, especially comes to like the features and classes, I cannot do that with Pathfinder. I'm not at that level yet with Pathfinder. So I am trusting you that you know your character, that you know their abilities, that you're proficient with your character. We're only level 1, so it's not like you have that many things anyways yet. And so just, be proficient with your character and read your rules of your character again and again and again to make sure you understand it. And that's all I ask, because I'm new and we're all new. All right. Anything else? Brendan, do you have any, or Mark or anybody have any rules that you remember Pathfinder that you think are necessary to bring up right now? Otherwise, we'll just figure out the rules as we play.
Well, I was gonna say with off guard, we want to be careful, because unless you have some type of ability that puts them off guard, like only the 2 people who are flanking benefit from the off guard. So like if a creature's flanked, those 2 people, it's off guard too. But if a third person comes up, it's not off guard to them.
But that's a little different, because that's flanking off guard.
Right.
You can put somebody off guard without flanking.
In other means. I know. That was one thing that I wanted to
I
clarify.
didn't know you could do that with flanking, so now I know. If I'm flanking with an ally, that's off guard.
Yep.
So it's just like in 5e for advantage from flanking, basically. Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is just like 5e. Pathfinder's the same as D&D. Just got assassinated.
One other thing is
the Pathfinder basement goblins are coming out to get you now.
One other thing to keep an eye on is your abilities. Usually at the end will have a critical success, a failure, and a critical failure. And there's different things that happen with each one. You're aware of those. Like, one of the things, if you try to push someone over but you get a critical fail, there can be negative consequences that end up happening to you in that process.
Correct. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. If there is no table at the end of your ability that says that, then it's just generic. Like the rule is just generic. So the most generic of them all is take an attack, right? And there is a success, a failure, and then we have a critical and then there's also critical hits, right? We're not playing critical failure and in the sense that a critical failure nerfs us or anything like that. We're just not going to do that. But there is something to be. Thank you, Mark, for that.
There are spells that have critical failure issues.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, even intimidation, if you're trying to coerce somebody, that they become immune to coercion from you if you critically fail. So.
Yeah. Skill checks. There's a lot of critical failures with skill checks and other things like that. Yeah.
So I have a question. So we talked about actions. One of my abilities is Hunt Prey, takes an action, but I have Monster Hunter that goes with it. But to tell Because I know like shouting stuff out or saying stuff, would that be a second action
It's
to
a
tell
free
my
action to
allies?
talk.
The free action to talk.
Okay. Because I know there were some of things.
Sorry, go Mark. Go ahead, Shane. Go.
So there were some things like the whatever the
Frozen.
demoralize is an action though.
Yep.
Because you're
Yes.
specifically trying to do that as an action.
Yes.
Okay.
So like just talking is is free, but if you're gonna add your talking and add an effect to that talking, then that becomes an action.
Unless
So, like,
that
my
effect specifies that it's a free action.
Yeah, and
everything in the monster hunter, because it's part of my hunt prey action.
Correct.
Everything that's in that description wouldn't necessarily take an action because it's part of that action.
Correct.
I have
Correct.
something that is like 10 things in a row that are all part of the same.
Yeah. And if you notice on the character sheet, there's those symbols where you have like the arrows. You have 1 arrow, 2 arrow, 3 arrow.
Mhm.
That's how many actions. You have like the twisty arrow. That's a reaction. And then you have an arrow that's not colored in. That's a free action.
But things like big differences, and actually I don't remember. It's like I literally don't remember because I didn't have weapons in D&D. But like most things are going to be an action. Like even if you have a two-handed weapon, putting your hand back on the weapon versus off. You can take it off for a free action, but putting the hand on is an action. Raising a shield is an action. Pulling something out is an action.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a very specific rule on that, and it's all about the action economy that Pathfinder does very good job at balancing. That we want to make sure we don't cheat one of those things because it can very quickly spiral if we don't catch it. But we might not catch it until like middle of the week where one of us goes like, hey, I think we used that action wrong, and then we're like, oh shoot, we did, and then we'll correct it the next week.
That's good for I think
Good
I'm
for you. You guys are all good?
So good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get ready to rumble.
With
All right.
that being said, we enter a tavern. No, I'm just kidding.
All of you are part of the Pathfinder Society, as explained before, and all of you have received the contract to join a professor by the name of Soros Togrin. He is a bit of an eccentric man, kind of an older gentleman that the university society doesn't necessarily take very serious. He is kind of like this weirdo kind of out there. But recently there's been a large craze in the last about couple years of realizing that there's ruins of possibly old civilizations predating the Church of Newman's current calendar. The Church of Newman has only been counting years for 1,999 years. So it's a rather recent calendar they've been counting. What predates that calendar is a mystery to everybody. And they have recently started discovering these ruins that seem to predate the known world of that the church claims is part of, like that the Church of Newman claims to be part of our calendar. And Soros Torgen is found a specific location where he believes a ancient king once sat on a throne, and that this used to be an ancient kingdom long lost to time.
What's his name?
So he's put the
Torgen.
Soros Torgren. Togen. Soros Togen.
Can you put in the general chat or something?
You can also find his name on Elber.
Oh, okay.
Professor right here. You can see him. He's off on the trees. Professor Soros Togen.
Yeah, you got this weird writing.
Yeah, it's very hard to read.
Is it too hard to read?
No, it's just weird.
It's a fantasy text that I thought looked kind of cool. If it's too hard to read, I'll change the text up later and do something that's more reasonable.
Do it later.
Token.
I'll change it like in between sessions.
Immediately.
He put together an expedition with a couple benefactors who decided to fund this. And with that funding, the Pathfinder Society has agreed to give low-ranking members an opportunity to make a name for themselves. And thus, all of you have been chosen to be part of this expedition. Accompanying you on this expedition is the professor, his assistant, Nymera Goswin. You can see her. She is right. Where is she at? She's the end of the line. Yep, there she is, right here. Boop. Naima Goswin, his assistant, and the Church of Newman has sent somebody to supervise the expedition. This would be Professor Segra Ironshoulder, a dwarf cleric. And accompanying you is Messiah Talvert, a ranger. She is a local expert of the region you're going to be going into. So she's tagging along because she's an expert of the region. And then you have the music.
This is definitely matching the mood.
Gidney Folks. He is a little gnome and a very weird gnome. The guy seems to be always on shrooms and always trying out shrooms. And a little bit of a weirdo. But he heard about the expedition and decided to join. He thought maybe there might be some recipes deep within this old kingdom that he might uncover new ways of smoking weed. Then
a lot of NPCs.
Then you have to have, of course, on any important expedition, the aristocrat, the nobility that joins the expedition. This is Drew Connor. Drew Connor cannot ride a horse to save his life and seems to be incredibly sheltered. Pale skin and is just a waste of space, but here he is. And then you have Silva Monrose. Silva Monrose is a rather beautiful professor. She's a student professor, so while she has graduated, she's now working on her graduate degree, right, her master's and her doctorate degree, and teaches at the local university. And Silva is trying to make a name for herself. So by joining this expedition, maybe she can be accredited with some of the discoveries. And then our final NPC that joins us is Regis Tinbro. No one really knows his affiliation and why he's on this expedition. All that they know is he has joined up as part of the Pathfinder Society, but the Pathfinder Society didn't assign him to this role. He just joined. And then I have 4 students that are no-name students that have joined that help carry books and do the scribing and things to help the professor with. And their jobs are to maintain and take care of the 4 pack horses that are much overloaded with the amount of supplies this professor thinks he needs to bring on this expedition.
This summer internship.
They're the red shirts.
Yeah, they're the red shirts.
You say Maisa? Is that the church person who's a?
No, Segra is the church person.
Maisa's the druid, right?
Where's
Or
the
the
ranger,
individual ranger, yeah.
The elf ranger that is the local.
Where's Segra? Oh, it's here. Oh, it's Segra on your shoulder.
Yep.
It's a lot of notes. Sorry, for NPCs.
Oh no, you're good. I'll give you some time.
Shroom smoker.
The shrooms. Yep.
Where is she from?
He and it's the gnome.
They all look the same.
You can when we get into the game, we can we'll give them some voices and you guys can talk with them as you wish.
So You didn't have where he was from though, like what he was doing with who he's representing or anything.
He's representing the local herbalists and alchemical studies part of the university, and hopes to discover recipes and possible ways to make new recipes, new ways to get high. That's basically what he's looking for.
Namea was she was an assistant to the professor.
Who?
Namea, is that how it's?
Namea is the professor's direct assistant.
All right.
A student of the university and his direct
TA.
Student aide. Yeah.
And then it's just Talvanar. That's the last one. I wasn't sure what she was doing. Taliva?
Oh, she's just the local of the area, and so has joined as to help navigate the get up there.
Like a guide.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or like a Pathfinder.
Got some shorthand notes. Thanks.
All right. And now
is she part of the Pathfinder Guild?
No, she's just a local that's just gonna join. The professor. The professor found a local, and she volunteered to help guide you guys through the forest. Once you get up to a point where you lose, you kind of get out of where villages are at.
Hey, you grab this bag. I need your help. Oh, what? I guess I'm going with you.
Okay. On this train, you can see that they can walk down the path about 2 abreast. You guys can drop anybody in here in what order you want to. So, kind of decide the order you are traveling in.
Prokk would be hanging out next to probably one of the front pack mules or horses, and as he travels, he likes to try to blend, just kind of keep close and keep an eye on things, but also stay out of direct sight of. He's sneaky, for lack of better terms.
Sneaky boy. I mean, I think Zane's happy to bring up the rear.
Okay.
Little rear guard situation.
Traditionally,
wants to hang out with Kidney.
Of course.
Riven's gonna want to be up front with the other ranger, but he's inexperienced, so I'm not leading. I'm almost shadowing her, trying to learn, watch her movements and learn from her, see how her tactics are.
And thank you guys for telling me what you want. And then now we'll get into your character introductions here. Pork, where are you going to be at, Pork?
Prokk.
Prokk.
What the heck is wrong with you? I'm right here.
Yeah, 2 abreast.
We're now forever calling you Pork.
Man, rough.
Okay, there we go. That's everybody happy with this list lineup as you guys travel down the road?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and just throw in some character introductions. Who wants to start us off and just jump right in? You guys are just traveling down the road. I've closed my screen. I was going to kind of show you the map where we're at this point.
Well, I won't go at all because I'm back here with some NPCs, but I will.
That's not the screen I wanted to share.
I'll dive in. I'll dive in later. He's definitely a very vocal person.
Definitely a very vocal person. All right. So you on the map, you guys all gathered together with the professor and his entourage at this village and are now departing this village and are traveling, kind of following this river up as a natural guide as you guys are headed up into the mountains, the base of these mountains, where the expedition, where the site that Soros believes is up in this mountains up here.
Can we get can we do we started this session 1 here, and let's say we end session 1 somewhere. Can we have a 1 on the hex where we start and end each session? This one's 1, next time would be 2, just so that we can look back like we did on the last map with all the lines.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We can do that. Here, I'll do it right now. Just to do, as we do this, I'll just do a little.
If you ever put us in Albert Rodeo, we can just do it there too.
I'm not gonna take the time to turn this into a PDF.
A PDF, just an image, save as an image.
That's the game. This is a free version, and I don't have like capability just to turn it into an image on the free version.
Screenshot.
So you are here, and you're traveling to here. That's the first day is through that forest right there.
Nice.
Cool.
So who's gonna jump in and get us started?
Prokk will go.
Prokk.
Prokk is he's a dwarf, but unlike a lot of dwarfs you probably have seen or met, he stays fairly clean shaven. It comes in pretty thick, pretty quick. So usually he's got like thick shadow by the end of the day, but he keeps it pretty trim. And then his hair is cropped on the sides and long on the top. He doesn't look like a typical dwarf. He's very agile and athletic set, but not super bulky and thick, while still of a stature being a little bit shorter, like most dwarves. Kind of like a Feely and Keely, you know.
I literally was like, he looks like Keely, how they imagined him in The Hobbit.
Yeah, right. So think of that adaptation. I'll probably be flirting with elves. She walks in starlight. But yeah, so he wears pretty loose fitting clothing, like just regular adventure earth tones, and yeah, he carries a cane with him when he walks. And you see a bit of a it depends how much we've traveled together. If we're just walking next to the donkeys together since the village, then you didn't really notice a whole lot about his canter. But when we're just walking casually, he has his cane out. He walks with a bit of a limp.
Cool. Hey, what's that limp you got there? I noticed you. Are you gonna be a detriment to this group? Says the gnome who comes up to about your even as a dwarf, he comes up to about your waist to your belt.
Gnome? Is that one of the students?
No, it's
guy.
Godney. It's the guy who's always on shrooms.
Oh, I can't see. Am I next to him? Let's see.
Yeah, he's like in
You're
front
like
of you.
diagonal adjacent.
Yeah, he's kind of he turns around to you and he starts talking to you.
Yeah. Everything will be fine. Don't worry.
Oh, well, we'll see. Okay, I've seen a lot of people with bad limps like that. I got a medicine for that.
Okay.
He reaches in his thing and grabs this like handful of stuff in his hands. All you need, do you have a pipe? You have a pipe, right?
I don't smoke, thank you, but I will take it into account.
Well, here I got an extra one. He pulls a pipe out and he shoves it full and he lights it. Here, I think I have another one for you.
Thank you.
I'm not quite sure. You should be taking that from him.
Pretends to smoke it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, here you go.
Okay, okay, and he goes like.
I think you have your suppression on for your microphone.
Yeah, I do.
I heard it.
Sorry.
That's right.
Boop, and I'll turn that off. No, I have my suppressions on.
Didn't get the full effect of the.
Oh.
Blows a nice little smoke ring.
And then he hands it to you. He doesn't even ask. He hands it to hands it to a Baltor. He obviously thinks that because you're a gnome, you're gonna. Here you go.
No, but I'm not quite sure I should be taking that type of thing from you. I pull it out and I start looking through the individual ingredients. Yeah, not quite the stuff for me, really. Sorry.
Well, if it's a minor hallucinogenic, I wouldn't take anything heavy. We're traveling.
I'm quite sure. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of these things. I studied my own herbs, but I tend to feel more of the medicine ones rather than the pleasurable ones from yourself.
Well, okay, it'd be more for me, I guess. I didn't really bring much to there.
I'll go ahead and try another hit. Okay, hand it over.
Yeah, he hands it back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it and give it a bit of sniff. Can I identify anything it's in it?
You can go ahead and give me a check. on that.
First roll of the campaign.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to get one out of here.
Get that nat one out of it. Get that nat one out of there. Bet on something out of it.
What would I be using this on for?
Let me reopen a character sheet, and that I can tell you.
Like a nature,
probably nature
survival,
check. Yeah, I'll give you
crafting and see maybe what he made it out of, ingredient wise.
Would you be familiar with crafting in like alchemy or herbs?
No.
Okay. Probably do you have a nature?
Arcana. Let's see. I'm not trained.
Nature, so
I'm not trained in nature, so
okay.
Or medicine for that matter.
Then I would say that you can smell it and you can make a roll, but like you're probably not going to get it.
Being untrained, probably nothing.
Yeah.
This is very strong.
No, let go. Don't hold it that long. No. That was a lot. That was a lot.
And wow. Whoa, feels better already. You see,
go ahead and make
his
a
limp goes
fortitude
away.
save.
He's like carrying his cane like a baton. Now his limp goes away. Ooh, that feels good.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like on your peripheral, it's kind of like topsy turvy a little bit, like. But Mark, you kind of did a little bit there, but give us a full introduction as this gnome is standing next to you, offering you a pipe to smoke.
So, Beltrax is it's a little gnome, kind of a short little guy. Bright red beard and hair. He looks young, but most gnomes look younger than they really are. But you notice on his back, he's got a very large backpack, but it's just stuffed to the brim with plants sticking out of it and just these random assortments of pockets. And there's different, herbs and spices all over inside there. And he has a staff with him at all times with a little gem at the very top of it and intricate carvings all the way down to the base of it. Happy-go-lucky smile on his face, and he's riding atop this fairly large beast-looking thing that just kind of looks like an amalgamation of antlers and bear and maybe there's some traces of wolf in there, but it's just this weird creature who is his summon, his Edelon.
How big is this thing?
It's a normal human size.
Mm.
So, in other words, it's large for me. Very large
Except
for me.
for
And I can ride it on
swole,
its back.
clearly.
Yeah, it's very swole.
So,
Is this your friend here? He points to your Edelon. To your Edelon.
this?
Yes.
This here's Gruff. Gruff is my friend. Yes. Gruff and I go
Well,
way
hey,
back.
Gruff, want the puff, Gruff? I guess he didn't talk. It makes sense.
Yeah. Gruff's still working on the dialogue parts. He's still a young little guy.
As the minor conversation with this gnome, as you're traveling, it doesn't seem like Gidney can shut up, as he just talks about there's the blue meth rooms. Now blue meth rooms do this to you, and there's red meth rooms, and it goes on and just never shuts up. And
if that's the case, then you would notice that Prokk begins to slowly fade back, and with trying not to be noticed, and he'd kind of come back this way towards the back.
as he goes, and the mushroom in here is actually a Pothamella. Where'd he go? I thought he was right here.
I don't think he was really interested in the mushrooms, my friend.
Oh,
but
well,
Beltrax pulls out his book from one of his pockets and starts taking notes as he's listening to him.
When he sees you start taking notes, he gets really excited. Oh, write this down, write this one.
I'm on it.
All right, and then as the kind of the camera kind of goes up the line, leaving the talking gnomes behind, you come up to this elven ranger. She walks with this grace as she kind of travels through, kind of turning towards this young orc ranger that she's traveling. So have you done very much guiding before?
Not much guiding. Just, I live in the woods. I like to run around and do things. And I got dexterous. Vexus here with me. We do a lot of exploring.
Oh, that's very neat. Well, hopefully this will be a quiet travel through the forest and you can learn a few things. Now, myself, I'm still learning also, but I just know these woods quite well. This is where I'm from. Go ahead and give us a full description of your character, Shane.
So you see a young orc, but he's not typical. He's actually well kept. His hair's braided, size his hair, but he has a lot of roughness to him. He carries like a bow, but the bow does not look elegant at all. It's like he hand crafted it from chiseled it, shaved it down. It's not horrible, but it's definitely handmade. He wears a lot of leather and just almost like he's the animals that he's hunted, he's killed, he's tanned these hides. He's basically made his entire outfit from the materials and the earth that he's scrounged throughout his basically exploring the woods. And he's also, you see him wherever he goes, generally tagging around with him is a younger looking wolf. Vexus.
Now, is it Vexus? Is this your good friend here, Vexus? Is he bonded to you? Have you reached that point in your training?
Yeah, I mean, he follows me. I found him as a cub, and I fed him and raised him, and so he doesn't listen to me the best all the time, but he definitely he's my buddy. He sticks with me.
Oh, you're a good pup, aren't you? She reaches down and ruffles. And then you hear the older man Soros goes, Now, Missa, don't be claiming she's much better guy than she's claiming here. Don't be so humble, Marissa. That's the only reason why I found you. Now, Professor, I really am only know these woods. I am not the thing that you think I am. Nah, I've seen you. You know your stuff. You listen here, boy. You watch her, and you'll learn a few things.
Definitely. I'll watch. I mean, if you have any pointers, I'm definitely I would be more than happy to learn from somebody who's experienced.
Does he sound kind of like Adam Sandler when he's trying to be kind of dumb?
It does kind of.
You can teach me alphabet. My name is Huey Dubois. Yeah. Halloween monitor. It's a good accent.
I mean, you get these big teeth, and I kind of I still have a little tusk, not full tusks, so they kind of make me slur my speech a little.
That's awesome.
That's so good, Shane. Well, I do hope you can learn something, but trust me, I am at no level to be able to give you any more training that I'm sure you've already learned. As she is humbly trying to teach you a few things as you guys travel, the camera again pans up and goes all the way back to the end of the line, where the camera kind of rests on the back of a older gentleman walking next to these other individuals. Go ahead and give us a description of your character, Brendan.
Yeah, well, as we pan back there, before you see him, you hear a loud laugh from just very loud booming voice, and you come in here and he's in lively conversation with these professors and with Mr. Tenebro if he's engaging in the conversation, but just making small talk, talking to them. Oh yes, well, my dear, no need to ask if Iron Shoulder is a family name or not. And he just kind of claps her on the gigantic pauldrons that she's got, and he's just chatting them up. But he's a older gentleman, as you said, purple hair, purple beard, very not well groomed, a little scruffy, but not quite wild either. He's a big boy. He's a big guy, well over 6 feet, 225 pounds, very, very built. And his traveling garb, like his coat, his hat, his gloves, his pants, there are pockets everywhere of various sizes, various shapes, all over this freaking thing. And you can see that these pockets are bulging with stuff. There's just stuff all over him. And you see on his belt, 4 or 5 different weapons. On the back of his coat, you see like a pretty intricate patch that's on there that looks like a tree kind of blooming out of a book. And then on the front, which, again, I didn't put into the AI here, but on the front, he has a patch as well that is a little bit smaller to see. It's like on his breast pocket that you'd probably have to look a little closer to see. He's also got these very, very mirrored sunglasses that he has on. And you notice that he, has pretty much always got his hands on these sunglasses, like adjusting them, moving them. It's not, he'll take them off. His eyes are totally normal, but he's always got his hands on these sunglasses.
Just like fiddling with them. Sometimes take them off and fiddle with them. But
Yes, adjust them. Yes.
Now, Zane, where did you say you were from? The woman next to you asks.
Oh, well, that's a good question, my dear. I'm afraid I don't know. You'll have to forgive this old man. I seem to have nodded off maybe 6 months ago, and when I woke up, I was in a bar in town, and I seem to be an old man. I don't know much beyond that. I'm rather embarrassed to say. You don't have much to look forward to getting older, I'm afraid.
Well, you seem like a really nice person. How did you get in line with, if you just woke up in a bar, how did you come in line with the Pathfinder Society? I gave her a full-on Southern accent.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's a very good question. No wonder you're a professor. So insightful. Well, you see, my dear, a lot can happen in 6 months. Simply put, with nothing better to do, I decided to start learning again. For some reason, it just felt natural to me, and, well, my hope was that perhaps I could come across some type of means of recalling something, and, well, this led to that, and the one thing led to another, and, well, here I am, hoping that at some point these Pathfinders seem to be people of means, and, well, hoping I can find some way to find myself.
Well, that there is a very fine story, Zane, and we'll see if your age keeps up with the rest of us. The Mr. Tenenbro says to you, this very mysterious man. The
hubris of youth. Now, young man, don't take that tone with me again, or you'll learn exactly why I'm here. kind of winks at him, but also claps him on the shoulder, and freaking like when a strong person claps a smaller person on the arm.
Yeah, and you kind of see him kind of like his shoulder kind of whole thing goes like this. It's like, yes, of course, Zane. I'm sure, even with your loss of memory over old age, I'm sure I can learn something from you. Sigrid, the dwarf that seems like stands right in front of you, she's straight as an arrow, right, shoulders back, walking straight forward, and she's like, if all of you would just stop talking, then I can think for once.
She looks playful in that picture. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's playful in the picture, and then I realized the picture doesn't go along with the attitude I wanted to give.
Well, I apologize. Perhaps
as the conversation continues going with Zane in the back there, Zane, you hear another clunk as you watch as Drew, for the 4th time already that day, falls off his riding horse. And it was, stop! I fell again. Sorry. Okay, give me a second. And he kind of gets himself up and kind of dusts himself off, and his vest now, what his clothing, which were like
Prokk
brilliant
would
greens
hurry up
and
and kind of
blues.
try to help him get up a little bit.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. What was your name again?
And he's kind of filling his pockets as he's doing it.
Give me a thievery check as you kind of give him a little fill up.
A 13.
And that would be against his perception, probably. Yeah?
He'd probably be negative falling off his horse, right?
Well, it's definitely not
Circumstance
high.
bonus.
It's
or
definitely not
circumstance
high.
Penalty.
I'm just gonna do a natural roll. He has got no bonus. Just a natural roll.
He's just a normal dude.
Where are you rolling on? Just
Owlbear.
okay, cool.
Should be able to see it.
Can you guys see my roll?
I didn't see it.
I didn't.
Okay. I might have hidden it on accident. Let's try that again.
Where will it roll? Oh, yep, I saw it.
13.
Oh, but if he
I'll give you a little bit of circumstance bonus. You just fell off a horse,
Nice,
you know,
nice.
and what you find is a couple gold. You find a gold piece that is in his pocket, sitting there in his pocket.
Oh,
Just
I
one gold
wasn't
piece.
putting my hands in his pocket. Sorry, I'm just feeling like for anything interesting that I might want to take later.
You definitely you found a pocket watch. You feel a bag of coins that's tucked up inside his vest, in what you would assume is supposed to be a way to hide your money, but you found it just by touching his side. And then you find a supposedly hidden dagger in a sheath behind in his belt. Again, not hidden very well. What was your name again? Sorry, I have a hard time remembering the help's names.
Yeah, Stonepeak. Don't worry about it. Okay, just get up on your horse. Yeah, there you go. Hey,
well,
I get your boost. I get your boost.
No, yes, of course. And he steps in. He just steps in. He helps you. He expects. You can see he expects you to help him on his horse.
Being only 4 feet tall, he probably gets on my shoulder, like boot on my shoulder to get up. I'm like, is that that works? Okay, very nice. Okay. Thanks
and
for
he
that.
climbs those. Okay, we can continue.
Yeah. And he slaps the horse's butt, trying to make it jump.
And he falls off again.
And then I just walk away. Oh, sorry.
He gives up and goes, I'm sure it wasn't your. I'm sure it must have spooked. He's always given an excuse for, and he grabs the horse and he's like trying to get his boot in the stirrup and like gets on. And, I'm ready again. We can go. As everybody, you can see everybody is kind of like rolling their eyes, kind of like, oh my. Like all
Valtrex
the
is
NPCs are
just
just
giggling to himself.
not a very smart person. I don't know why he's here, but I guess we have to bring him.
Well, expectations and stuff like that.
This is, traveling on the road generally is pretty safe in the kingdom, right? Like it's not.
Yeah. Not typically, yes. Yeah, not typically traveling on roads is safe. You are
middle of the day, like.
Yeah, you are, however, traveling into more of a wilderness area where people don't live as much up in this area. It's just one of those areas that just is empty of people. And for no like mysterious or forbidden reason. It's just one of those areas that people just haven't really settled into. So anyway, so you're traveling along the road, and
how much room is in those pack horses? Like, is it pretty full?
There is no room for anything more.
Okay.
They are packed to the brim. In fact, you can tell the horses are overpacked. As you can see, the tents packed in there are like large canvas tents that are meant to be like set up that probably for like a multiple day site, right? Because they're planning on making to the excavation site and being up there for an extended period of time. So the tents are for extended rests. Like they're not made just to be a day or whatever. And you notice that the tents they bring off,
it's a full on like pavilion.
Yeah, it's a full-on pavilion. But you notice that every time they come, when you will rest, you notice there are smaller tents for the days. So you got two tents. You got pavilions and you got normal tents. So these horses are way overstuffed with supplies.
Pawpaws.
As well as you can also hear jingling and things that there is probably some kind of maybe like surveying equipment and different things like that are also just really heavy that are in these packs. So it would seem that while there's a benefactor helping pay for this, that is rather underfunded because you probably should have more horses packing this stuff. And you can see that the horse that Drew is riding probably isn't a riding horse, and it should be a pack horse. But he insisted that he must ride a horse.
What a goofball.
So here, I'll throw up another horse just so you can see that he's riding a horse. All right. As you're traveling, you come across what would typically be considered. Sorry, guys, I am still getting used to Nope, that's not how to do it. That's not how you do it.
Not the fights.
Let's
see. What are you trying to do?
There you go. That's fine. Right there.
Aha.
You come across a small clearing. Then these are dotted along roads. These clearings like this are dotted. They're ways for passers to get by. Also, typically, you can see burn locations where fires are set up as a ways of people you don't have to park. You don't have to camp off the road. It becomes these natural locations where people can set up tents. And as you begin to travel on this, I would we're just gonna move you, trying to move you all at once to see if I can move you faster. Yay. Riven, please give me a perception check.
Perception is 14.
14 perception check?
Yes.
This is my question. I'm going to do open rolls, but do we want me to do... I'm guessing you guys want me to do closed stealth checks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you ask that? I would like to go ahead and I'm just kidding. Avoid notice while we're going, if we see that up ahead.
I like it when you do behind closed doors, if stuff you don't know what the other person's rolling.
Okay. These openings like this, Dennis, are not abnormal to find an opening like this. That's what I was trying to describe.
A log block the road, though.
The log is not there. That is a mess up on my part when I was designing this map.
Oh,
so
okay.
ignore the log.
That looks like
completely
obviously like a trap.
Yes. Yeah. That's my screw up. And then I didn't realize it was a screw up until tonight that I should not have put that log on there. That's my bad.
Until he knocks the tree down in front of us, and then
Riven, you noticed shuffling to your right in the forest, and just in the outside, just inside the foliage of the forest, and you see a shape, like a humanoid shape, moving in the forest.
So Mace, what's her name?
Misa.
I just kind of, just kind of hand signal, and I just point, try not to say words. I just signal to her, and I tell Vex.
You do start doing this though.
Yeah, I just kind of.
The minute you start doing this, you hear a, and you watch as a log.
There it is.
Drops right here.
Oh.
You think you're going to do it here? You changed.
And then another log drops right here where that log actually shows. And then boom.
Who are they? Some fun art. Is that Pathfinder?
Yeah, it's Pathfinder actually. Yeah.
Then
one of them is Pathfinder. One of them isn't. So jumping out of the forest, now that they know that you've made them, you see 6 humanoid figures, kind of in leathers and things like that, jump out of the forest, and they the one yells, "Stop where you are!" And then you see bows drawn. I'm like, there's no need for anybody to die today if you just hand over all that goodies in those packs.
Can I make a petition?
You're in the bag.
You're in the back.
I know that's what my petition was. Is okay. He's told them to stop. If I can see this, I'd like to be moving up.
Yep.
Until you call.
Until I tell you to stop. Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm gonna be 100 feet away.
They won't notice that you or Prokk are moving up until the point where you're right behind Mark, right behind Balatar. Balatar.
I would go
Balatrax?
stealth mode if that were the case. If I heard that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go stealth mode.
You want to roll or anything?
Give me a stealth check as you probably kind of move into the foliage a little.
You can, yeah. I was gonna say, considering that it took him a while to see him and they're right next to there, there's probably pretty heavy foliage. So I would
maybe a circumstance bonus.
So quietly, I'll just put my hands up, but with Vexus or like next to me, I'll just be like really quietly, just be like, Vexus, Ultrix, go.
So like up to here, probably.
Just tell them to leave.
Yep.
15 plus 7, so 22.
Ooh, nice.
22. Okay. These two come walking down on you guys, and then these guys kind of come out of the forest like this a little bit more. Okay. Well, it looks like none of arrows are pointing as you see one more walk right down the center here. All right. He was like, "Okay, boys, start making a move. Don't be. If you see them reach for anything, don't hesitate." And you can see these two guys now are going to start walking past you guys to come, and they're going to start patting down each of you. They start taking things off of you guys, like taking away weapons and stuff. Unless you guys stop it from happening. Yep. These two are going to start patting down Riven and Marisa. Unless you guys stop them, they're going to take all your weapons away from you.
Can I?
As half speed to be like 10 feet at a time. It'd be
yes,
slow.
you can keep moving. Yep. Yeah, you can keep moving.
Can I also continue moving?
No. If you start moving, if they see you guys back there moving, they go, "Oh, don't be moving! Don't."
Can I tell like with Vexus? Or I can just tell them just before they moved up, and tell them to like go back to Baltrix. So like have him basically telling him to flee, get out of here, and they probably will ignore Wolf. I don't know.
Yep, they'll let him leave. Like they see a dog. They see a dog just run away. So they're like, okay, whatever.
So I want to try walking up with my hands up and make a diplomacy to ameliorate, seem unthreatening, so that they'll allow me to continue approaching. While gentlemen, I there's no need to bother these people. I'm sure I have more than enough on my person to interest you. Let's see about a diplomacy. How do I do roll on here? Okay, 12. Not great. Total. 12 total.
Okay. You see the guy in the back there goes like, not any closer than that, old man. As you can come right up behind those two, and they don't let you go any further than those two. Yeah, like
basically this square.
Yeah. And that log, by the way, is right there in the way. So if you want to travel over that is going to take double movement just to get over that log. So in case of combat, anybody needs to get over that log.
Okay.
Soros goes. Soros is kind of putting his hands. Well, we don't really have any money. We do have. You can take the supplies we have, I suppose, and we can go back and get more supplies. He kind of looks around to you guys. You can see he's expecting you guys to jump into battle because that's what he paid you for. But he's not going to say that out loud, right? He's just like, waiting,
Yeah.
As Zane comes up, I'm going to basically use my action as like Hunter's Prey. I'm assessing the person closest to me.
yes, but in a second. Shane, I'm giving you a little bit of too much room here. These guys are taking your weapons away from you.
That's fine.
Okay. So he currently has your dagger and your bow from you. Like they're in his possession at this moment.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just walk not towards them, but just to the tree line, just like that, like half step over to the tree line and sit down with my back against the tree, just like, not this again.
Sure, yeah. As they take away Maurice's bow as well.
Can I make it 10 feet up if I'm watching them disarm them?
Yep, yeah, you can make it.
Is that
absolutely, yeah.
Up here then?
Yep. Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just somebody is as far as I can go. Like I can get behind these guys if I can, but I don't want to.
And as based upon the rolls I'm making for their perception check, you might get there.
Can I make a perception to see if I see Prokk?
Yeah, you can make a perception, yeah.
Okay. God, I keep clicking on my trained level. Nope, I definitely don't see him.
Okay. He now moves to Zane and begins to try to take away your comma and any weapons.
Yeah, and at that point, so let's just take a second here because Shane, was Riven trying to do something?
So he's disarming me. I'm assessing his strengths, his weaknesses. I'm trying to do hunt prey, and I still have my hatchet, which is basically behind me. And as he goes to like take my last one, I want to like pull it out, basically hook his neck, and basically bring him to me and use him as like a human shield.
Okay, everybody roll perception. Everybody roll initiative, which is perception. Dennis, you can roll stealth.
Nice.
And this is a question for you, Chris, and if the answer is no, that's totally fine. Similar to what Riven was doing with the hunt prey, I would have been doing esoteric lore, but I'm happy having that be my first action too, if you wanna.
I don't see any reason why that you couldn't have that right now. I mean, you've had enough time to assess these guys as you walk forward. I don't see
perfect. Cool. I will still roll the perception though for initiative. I just
14
yeah, roll yeah.
Or because I mean
anything above 20.
Wow. Wow. Nope. Natural 1 for a 6.
Anybody above 15.
I'm an 18. Sorry, I got an
Nice.
18 perception.
Nice.
Okay.
So once we're done with the initiative order, before things get started, let me
anybody
know.
above between 10 and 15.
14 stealth.
12.
I have +4 perception.
I have a +5, but I rolled a natural 1, as you might imagine.
The sitting by the tree was actually a ruse. I was getting ready the whole time.
What's your perception, Brennan?
6 total.
All right, Mark, you act first.
Okay, before that though, I want to resolve my esoteric lore
Please do.
that I would have been doing on the way up. So this roll, which is a 17, is against their basically their creature or class DC. Chris.
Okay. Yep, I'm working on it right now.
Cool.
Their DC would be. Do you know how that determined that, or is that just a number that's gonna be on here?
So it is it's 10 plus.
Oh, I see right there.
your
14.
proficiency-
The
yeah,
DC
okay.
is 4.
That sounds. They said for level 1, it's probably about 14 or 15. So that sounds right. Okay, so that's successful. So this will be our first instance of me reading some stuff. You want me to read what's happening here?
Please do. I would love that.
Cool. So I am using esoteric lore, which you said skip the flavor text, so we can get into that later, maybe when it's a cooler moment. But basically,
well, in this moment, if this is a really cool thing, flavor it. Yeah, give it some flavor. Yeah.
I'll save the flavor for they're humans. They're still technically creatures, so the esoteric lore does apply, but I'll save the cool flavor text for when it's like a creature. But basically, I am kind of like Shane is doing right now. I'm kind of going through like lore, folklore, historic stuff, things that I've heard along my travels to uncover potential weaknesses of these creatures, which in this case are, humans, humanoid bandits. So that was a 17 and their DC was 14, so that's a basic success. So I recall an important fact about the creature, learning its highest weakness, or one of its highest weaknesses if it has multiple of the same value, but not its other weaknesses, resistances, or immunity. So basically, I learned its
Aim for
highest
the neck and
weakness
the
if it has
armpits.
one. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
So does it have a weakness, or what is its highest weakness if it does?
So I'm like getting really hot all of a sudden, so I'm trying to take my sweater off.
Me too. Whenever Brennan
Take
talks.
it off.
They have no inherent weakness.
Okay, that's fine. I figured that would be the case. Also, as part of that, I compare that 17 against the DC that a recall knowledge check against them would be. If that succeeds, I get, one piece of information at your discretion.
The DC 16.
Yeah, so I passed that.
There's nothing these are humans.
It would be like, do they have a reactive strike, or do they that would be one piece of information. That's an example, but whatever you want to.
They're going to
Whatever that
want to. That if they can get you frightened or demoralized, that is where it's going to be an essential goal for these bandits.
Okay. So he'll, as all this gets started, he'll shout out, "All right, stay calm. They're just people. Don't let them frighten you." Is what he'll shout out to his teammates, and then there'll be more to come on his turn from that. So
cool. So let me understand. So you this knowledge, two things out of it. You get to know a weakness about them, and then if they don't have a weakness, you create a weakness.
yeah. So I basically just read you one chunk of it, and that was
Well,
just.
no,
a
I mean,
success, but yes, yeah.
I'm trying to summarize it for myself and then everybody here as well, because I can imagine this is gonna be something.
Every
constantly.
time, yeah. So what happens is he uses his
you
esoteric lore.
you create a vulnerability if they don't have one.
Yep.
And then you learn something about them that will help aid you in the combat ahead.
Only if that esoteric lore also succeeds.
Okay, but there's
the
two
recall
DCs.
knowledge.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Cool.
yep, and he learns much more on a critical success. So
And Mark, you're the start of the order, Mark. So go ahead and you have
Did
the
you
action.
give them any weakness then? Is that what I meant to understand? Okay.
so it's A, it's only to me, but B, it'll be something I do on my turn. It's called a personal antithesis. Since they don't have any weaknesses for me to exploit, I basically facilitate one in them, but at this level it basically is pretty minimal.
So I'm sitting down against the tree. I just go, Gruff, get him. And Gruff takes off at a full sprint, runs, leaps over that stick, and comes charging at this bandit.
Wow.
Right
Is that
there.
an action to move?
It is
Oh, yeah.
one
Yes.
action to move Gruff. So he comes running at him. Just as he does that and he gets to him, I quickly stand up, turn, point my finger. Actually, real quick, do these guys look beefy or do they look agile?
Probably more agile.
Okay. Then at that, the one that Gruff's going after, turn, point my finger into a gun, and go, and I cast Frostbite on him.
Cool.
So please explain what you just did. I know what you just did because I've studied the summoner, but no one else knows why you just did what you did. So please explain it.
So so I share the same action economy with my summon. So we only get the same amount of action economy.
Wow.
But I have one little trick up my sleeve, which is act together. So if I do any amount of actions on my turn, Gruff gets one free action. Or Gruff can do any amount of action to an attack. I get one free action of an attack.
Nice. Okay.
So what I did was stood up, moved him for 1 action. I am now casting a cantrip for 2 actions, but Gruff is going to get a free attack with that as well.
Cool.
So Gruff is going to attack while I cast Frostbite on this guy.
And you're doing you're targeting the same one as Gruff is? Cool.
Yep. I'm shooting that guy with Frostbite. Now, Frostbite is a fortitude save, a basic fortitude save. Let's see, an orb of biting cold coalesces around your target, freezing its body. The target takes 2d4 cold damage with a basic fortitude save. On a critical failure, the target also gains weakness.
Oh, I'm doing my saves for you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Right.
+5, so 18 save.
He rolled an 18.
Yep.
Okay, so I think then does that just do nothing then if he saves? So it's a miss basically.
Yep.
Depends on the spell, right? Or is
Well,
that the attack?
I think that spell is save or suck because it's a cantrip,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Cantrips
save or
usually
suck
still
spell.
have a range, but yeah.
Okay. Oh crap! It fell out. Okay, sorry, I've got to pull this up over here. And so then at the same time, Gruff is going to make a claw attack on him. Is that going to work? Let's see, I just have to roll a
Gruff. More like
a
buff.
D20. So that's 11 plus 7, so 18 to hit.
You hit.
Perfect. Okay, and he does a 1d8 plus 4. So he does 9 damage.
Ooh,
Gruff
nice.
does. So because
Nice,
there was a
dude.
fortitude save and an attack, that was only the one thing. All my actions up. That ends my turn.
Perfect.
Awesome.
It is now that bandit's turn right in front of Gruff. You see that Gruff's claw really did a number to him. But you are right there in front of him, and he is going to attempt a demoralization against you.
Against me or against Gruff?
Against Gruff.
Okay.
So it's a will save, Mark.
Okay. Okay, I see his will save. Got it. Oh, nope. I got a 7.
So you are demoralized. That would be that you are frightened 1.
What was the bandit's roll?
It's not bandit, it's me save.
It's him a save against the bandit's DC.
Hmm.
You're more familiar with Pathfinder. I am doing that correct, right?
I think if you're trying to do a demoralize, I actually think you roll
against his. Oh, that's
intimidation
right.
Against his will
That's
DC.
yeah.
And unless you
yes.
have the intimidating glare feat, you'll probably be at a -4 unless Gruff speaks common.
Gruff does not speak common. He doesn't speak.
That's going to be convenient.
He looks very humanoid, so this guy's kind of dumb. An 18, still an 18 though. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to re-rolling these in front of you guys. I'm so sorry. We'll re-roll this again. I'll get used to it eventually.
It's even better.
Yeah, it's even better. Okay.
Even with the -4.
Even with the -4. So real quick, everybody understands what this save is. How do you determine? I'm asking the question, and then I'm going to answer the question. How do you determine what your saving threshold is? You take your bonus, so your will bonus, and add 10. That becomes your DC.
Okay.
So your will DC. So what is your will bonus?
Is a +6 to will.
So you add 10, so you have a 16 DC. So I rolled 19 plus 4. -4 because it doesn't speak common, but
That's
the 19, but the 19 still beats the 16.
Got it. So
Does everybody understand how that worked?
Yes.
Where's your will?
It'd be on the top of your character sheet.
It's your
It's like
defense.
right next to your HP. There's fortitude,
Yeah.
reflex, and will.
Got it. Thank you.
So now that Gruff is demoralized, he is frightened 1. Which means at the end of each of your turns, the value of frighten is decreased by 1, which is that. Where is the freaking thing? You take a status penalty equal to the value to all your checks and DCs.
It's basically like being almost like a level lower because it's 1 to pretty much everything.
Everything, including armor class.
Yeah.
Right? No, yeah. So
Okay.
so now that and that's to everybody gets that bonus against Gruff. Every bandit gets that against Gruff because Gruff is now demoralized against all the bandits.
Poor fella.
And now the bandit demoralizing you smile, and with his machete in one hand takes a swing.
Buddy.
15 plus
I have an
7
Oh, plus 7. That hits.
is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
That's 1d6 plus 2. 6 damage to Gruff. 13 plus 2 is 15.
Nope, that one misses.
Okay, and that's all 3 of his attacks. That's everything. So, and now the next bandit
These guys are no joke.
will attempt a demoralize on Riven.
Just for action economy, do I need to because I went to grapple him? Do we need to do any of that check first, or is that going to be later?
You might have wanted to, in a roleplay way, grapple him, but he is aware that we're not going to let you have a free there's no plus on the initiative here.
Cool.
He sees you pull a hatchet out and the initiative starts.
Okay.
There was no. The only person who's going to be able to attack from a sneaky position would be Prokk. So he rolled a nat 20 on his demoralize, which is a 24. What is your will save?
It's a +4.
So you have a 14. Right. So he critically succeeds on demoralizing you, which means instead of frightening you 1, he frightens you 2. Which means you take a -2 penalty on everything.
Yep. And there's a thing you can add conditions if it does it.
Yeah, frightened will be on there.
It's everyone gets that, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
So his first attack with machete was a natural 1, so that's a miss. His second attack with machete is a natural 20.
Check the dice.
Luckily, it's his second attack. So +2 is 22. What's your armor class?
Well, it's because I'm frightened. It's 14. I guess it drops it down too.
Yep. So it's not a massive critical, but it's still a critical because he rolled a nat 20.
A natural 20.
So that's 1d6 plus 2 is 5, so 10 damage on that second machete attack to you.
Dang.
Damn.
Okay, it is now Marissa's turn. Next to Riven here,
Marissa.
She pulls.
Her name
Marissa?
changes every time.
Every time.
I thought it was Mesa.
Let me take another note here for another.
I don't-
NPC.
I don't know, man. Next time I'll choose names, not on fan. I'm terrible. She pulls out her short sword that she was able to not give up because the combat started before. And that is that's an action to pull it out of a sheath, to get her weapon out, and then she points at the bandit right there in front of Gruff and says, "You are mine," as she marks her prey, and then begin and then takes her first attack. (12 plus 7). So 18, and the bandit's armor class is 17, so she does hit. 1d6. 4 damage against that bandit.
The one right in front of her.
Yep, the one right next to her. Yep. And that is now Dennis's turn. Yep, that's the one. Yep.
Prokk. Let's see. So I have my cane. If I were to unsheath the cane, would that be an action?
Correct.
Then I'll just use it as a bludgeoning. I'm going to move in. They're off guard because I go before them. So one of my abilities is surprise attack. You spring into combat faster than foes can react on the first round of combat. If you roll deception or stealth for initiative, which I was actively trying to hide so I can use stealth as my initiative instead of perception. Creatures that haven't acted are off guard. So everybody else who hasn't acted yet is all considered off guard for me, which then gives me the opportunity to have a sneak attack on any of them at that point for any attack that I make this round. So, it's a move action to get up there, right? So that's my first action.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And then I'll go ahead and make my sword cane attack, but it'd be with the sheath on, so it'll only be a weaker damage as bludgeoning. Nat 20. Let's go.
There you go.
Nat 20.
That's huge.
Oh man. So
double all that damage, baby.
So I come in behind them, and you probably see me kind of coming out of the bushes, and I just like pull my cane up, and I'm behind the back of his head. Whack! Nat 20, so I gotta pull a card, right?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
I don't have the add-on set up for Pathfinder, so I roll a d20 and tell me what the number is.
And just to clarify,
10.
we're doing named characters only for pulling cards, right? Because
Correct,
otherwise that
yes.
guy earlier would have pulled one. But yeah, I like named only. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, it gets this stupid.
Yeah. And we don't need to get super crit by a nameless bandit scum.
No.
You said what, Dennis? What was the number?
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is a bludgeoning?
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Normal damage, so your normal roll. Crit effect, the target is dazzled until healed.
Dazzled. Yeah, baby. So it's not times 2 damage then?
It is still.
Okay.
Eyes are overstimulated, and their vision. The vision is all creatures.
You hit him
objects,
so hard
targets.
on the back of his head, he's like seeing stars.
So 3 plus 4, 7, and then times 2, so 14 damage.
Nice.
Huge.
And the guy can't see because you've dazzled him.
Yeah. All creatures and objects are obscured, basically.
Yeah.
Well, then,
Awesome.
in that case, can I finish my movement? If I have more movement?
It would just be another action.
Oh, okay. So then I could have gone 15 feet to get here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you want
then
to
I
do
can-
2
then I
attacks,
can target him.
Yeah.
So since he's dazzled, I'm like, well, I'm gonna see what I can do to this guy. So I whack the first guy over the head, and I see kind of like, ugh. And then I take my cane and I whack the second guy.
Perfect.
Like, let's do it again. And so this will be at a lesser. And so since I have finesse weapons, my drop is down to a plus
That's
3
it.
into a plus instead of a plus 7. So it's
Yeah, you get
-4.
-4. Yep.
And that's a natural 15, so 18 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
And another D4 for damage here with my bludgeoning cane. So 6 damage.
You get sneak attack damage too, right? Because this guy's off guard.
Oh, I didn't even do sneak attack yet for the first one. With a
Oh,
crit.
you gotta do a snap. Yeah, and the
crit.
sneak attack is doubled. It's doubled
that's,
because it's crit.
3, so 6 damage for sneak attack for the first guy.
The first guy, you come up and you smack him in the head, and you watch his skull kind of cave in, his whole body fall.
But yeah, I definitely attacked the second guy. So that was 20 damage. That was 20 damage.
Yeah, now you get
so that was
sneak attack
6
on the
plus 5.
Dude, that's
so that's 11
freaking
damage.
perfect.
7 more on the next guy.
So it was 6 plus 5, so 11 damage total for the second guy.
11 damage on the second guy.
I was like,
where is Austin with his quickness on the things?
right, yeah.
Oh, just like that, Dennis. Yeah, boom, you killed that guy.
and I kind of come up, like hit him in the back, and I was like, "You didn't look in the bushes, did ya?"
Dude, that's so freaking sick.
I love it, dude. All right,
one shot for the first hit.
That's amazing.
Riven, it is now your turn.
Okay, so Riven got hit real hard. He's freaking out, like bleeding out of his shoulder. But I'm going to try and, I'm going to do what I originally said. I'm going to try and grapple this guy with my axe.
So, as a point of knowledge, you must grab the opponent first. Okay. So you're going for a grab on this guy.
Yes. So it's an athletics check against his. What did it say? I was just looking at it. Okay, grapple athletics against the fortitude. Their fortitude DC.
Okay.
So my athletics. So it's a 19 plus 5 for a 24.
That critically hits. That critically succeeds. He's got a
so
14. He's got a 14 fortitude save.
Okay, so the target is restrained until the end of my next turn, unless it moves or escapes. So I have him grabbed and held. My axe.
And with normal grabbed, like if you hadn't crit on that, he could have actually just swung on you while being grabbed. But because you crit and he's restrained, the only action he can take is to attempt to escape.
Yeah.
No,
grapples are worse in Pathfinder than in 50.
Now I need that character.
You can't move. Moving breaks the grapple in this game.
Does that give me like cover with him? Does that give me any like AC
Against
bonus?
Because I'm like,
if they shoot ranged weapons into you, yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what I'm going for. Is like I'm hurt, I'm freaking out, so I'm just grabbing, I'm holding him to me, and then I want to try and take. So my second action, I want to demoralize him by growling into his ear, just being like, "This will not help you."
That's sick.
And so that's the second one, second action. So I need to attempt an intimidation check against his will check.
Yep.
Okay.
I love that you guys are using unconventional ways to.
That's another 19 for a 20.
Play.
What was that?
That's another 19 for a 20 total.
A 20 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a success, not a critical though. That's a success though.
So it says the target becomes frightened 1. So I'm frightened 2. He's frightened 1 of me now.
Yep.
Oh, what did I do?
Are you
so I have another action.
You use 1 fear on the beginning of your turn?
End.
Did you say he was grappled?
End of your turn.
Yeah, so
he's grappled.
He's grappled. I'm grabbing him with my hatchet, basically, and I'm holding him against me, and I'm growling in his ear, basically intimidating him.
Restrained is off guard, right?
I have to Google that one.
Yeah, it better be.
Like when I say Google, I mean search it in the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the off guard and immobilized conditions, and you can't use any attack or manipulate actions except to escape, to attempt to escape, or force open your bonds. So clutch that you crit on that.
So if I want to use my third action to hit him with my hatchet, does grappling him give me any bonuses or anything?
He's off guard,
so he has a -2.
He's a -2,
he's frightened, so
and he's frightened, so he's -3. Yeah, so he's a total of a -3.
So you have a -2.
-2.
And he's my hunted prey.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me until later if I do attack. So I'm just gonna roll another attack.
Oh, one thing I will say, this is something that's important to note. The grab check is an attack action, so this would take your second level of map.
Yes, thank you, Brennan. Yeah.
Okay, so my second, but because I need to roll my second one instead of a +5.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So that probably won't hit. That's a 12.
Yeah, it barely misses. It barely misses, but it does.
That's gotta be so close.
They're grunting, just trying to get there, struggling with this guy, and I just can't make contact with it. That's the end of my turn.
Perfect. All right. It is. I wasn't actually planning on bringing the NPCs into this fight at all. Like I was going to pull Troy on this.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody who's on the other side of the log, they're fair enough to say. But yeah, up to you.
So now the arch
take cover.
Yeah.
So now the archers are going to shoot into you guys. So I need to double check this one thing real quick. Does you know off the top of your brain, Brennan, if him being grappled, is that going to be a penalty to my attack roll against him?
For who? If
For
you're
ranged
trying to shoot
weapons?
Riven?
Yeah.
It's like a cover,
probably.
isn't it?
We'll have to look up cover. In 1E, it absolutely would have been because you're shooting into an ally, but I don't know that much about cover in this. I would say, let's see. Oh yeah, when you're behind an obstacle that could block weapons, blah blah blah, or make you harder to hit, you're behind cover.
Okay, so you get +2 to armor class.
+2, yeah.
And by the way, now Shane, you are frightened 1, because one of the frightens fall off at the.
Thank you. You got it marked. So that's
first
so I get
bandit
a
shoots. First bandit is going to shoot at Griff.
Gruff? Griff?
Weak
Gruff,
sauce.
sorry, Gruff.
Weak sauce.
12 to hit.
Nope. He's a 16 to shoot record.
Another arrow shoots at Maisa, the elf ranger. That will hit her.
Uh-oh. Keep her alive.
Yeah.
Is that with a -5?
It's a different guy, right? Or is it the same guy?
Same guy, yeah. It still hits her. +2, yeah, it still hits her. 2 damage. That's it. This is 2 damage.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Just 2 damage. And then he's gonna shoot a third time. They're just gonna sit there and shoot lots of arrows.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a miss.
That
All right,
might
next.
It's a critical miss.
Yeah, what is the total on that? I guess it doesn't matter for the purposes of this.
It doesn't matter for the critical miss necessarily because we're not doing critical misses. It is probably a critical miss though.
Yeah.
In fact, it is a critical miss. So it's a pretty bad miss. And next guy just gonna roll. Boop. Miss.
Who's he attacking?
Same girl. That's a miss.
Nope,
And wow, that's a miss too.
Pretty much everybody else has.
I think natural
Yeah.
1 should still have something, but it's up to you.
And
And I roll the most of them, so.
then this archer here is gonna turn around, draw his machete, which is an action, and then it's going to swing at Prokk.
So just for clarification, if there's
A
an
20
ally
to hit you.
That'll hit.
That's cocked.
That's a cracked die, bro. Come on.
That's cocked. We'll do that another one. That's a cocked. That's
Oh,
still a 6. It was
meant to be.
destined.
It's meant to be.
Okay, Shane, what were you asking?
So what I'm understanding is because I got this, but if there's people between, like if I'm standing and somebody's shooting, does that act as cover? So if there's somebody in between me and what I'm shooting at, they would act as cover.
Probably. Yeah. It would be up to Chris's ruling at the end of the day. But like for example, if the bandits were trying to shoot at Zane, it would be up to Chris if shooting
even
through
target
2
him.
people to a third one is cover or not.
Yeah.
He could
Well, I
say
just
no,
know
he could say yes, but
There's future skills that I've looked at that like let me ignore cover as a ranger. So
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to understand how that works.
I think I'm gonna rule that if you're shooting past a line of defenders, that's gonna act as the light cover, which is just a +1 to your armor class.
cool.
But if there is like for instance you're like restraining somebody, that becomes a +2 to your armor class. Like you're using a body shield. And if like say like you're under that log, you're hiding behind that would give you a +3 to your armor class. Okay, Dennis, that's 8 damage.
Wait, was there a second attack? Sorry.
No, not yet. No.
Oh, the 6 + 2.
Yeah, 6 + 2 is 8 damage, and that's
the
miss.
modifier bonus to his. Interesting.
Yeah, they'll
He's
have
got
a
he's got a machete.
Oh, machete.
Yeah, he's got a machete.
That's right.
Yeah, and then his second attack with machete is a wild, as this bandit turns around, takes out the machete, and they're swinging at you, not using their normal tactics of demoralizing. It's just kind of start swinging the sword at you. He's seeing his buddy dead. All right, Brennan, your turn.
Cool. Well, the guy in front of him. So just for like purely mechanics, if these guys had a weakness, even though I did the esoteric lore against this guy, if they had a weakness, I could attack any of them and inflict that weakness, but they didn't. So I did a personal antithesis, but it's only against this guy. But seeing Gruff right up in this guy's grill and seeing the position Riven's in, I think, he's going to forgo that little extra bit of damage of the personal antithesis, and he's going to go after this bandit. So he is going to reach to his belt and pull out his Kama, which is a absolutely sick looking weapon. And then, so he's got that in his hand, and the other hand that has been on his glasses this whole freaking time, he just kind of tweaks these glasses, and you see light shines through him a little bit, and then he is now also in this square. So I don't know if you want to copy him, Chris, or if I can.
Yeah,
Wonder
you
if
can
I
copy
can.
him. Yeah, I think you can just copy him.
I can copy him, but how do I paste him?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Control V.
Perfect. So now he's there, and he is going to make an attack against this guy.
That's rad.
Yeah.
So from my own action economy knowledge, that drawing your Kama was an action, then doing this duplicate was an action, and now attacking is your third. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Because what would have been nice would have been I would have had to exploit vulnerability again to put a personal antithesis on this particular guy, and I'm just not going to do that. So third action, I'm just going to swing.
So this guy's now restrained, off balance.
He can't get any more off guard than he was, but
yeah.
If he got out of the grapple, he'd still be off guard.
And he's feared 1 as well.
Yeah.
So try to miss him, I dare you.
Hey, don't challenge me. I will roll. I will roll in here. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. Okay. Why can't I just roll? Where's the D20? There we go. Roll.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Natural
baby.
20. Dude. Oh my gosh. You guys are nailing it.
Yeah.
Is that a double though? Because it's like it passes the 10 and it's a 20.
Well, it would have. I mean, I'll pull a card for it. But if it was a spell, there would have been a critical success or some weapons. Like if this was a deadly weapon, then I would have dealt extra damage. But no, I think for this, there's nothing.
Give me just a 20 roll, and I'll count the card. What card you are?
Okay. I just want to make sure it does have the trip property, and I just want to make sure that. That doesn't automatically trigger on a crit. I don't think it does. A number 1 for my D20 roll.
Good thing you got
Glad
that,
I got that
20.
out of the way.
Yeah.
And is that a slashing damage?
It is. It is. Yes.
You gain 1 action that you can use before the end of your turn to use an action against the target.
Cool. So I'll just hit him again with the map, but
make a little it's roll some damage first.
Yeah, let me get my damn zone.
You just get another free attack real quick against this guy with that critical. That's freaking awesome.
So that is 2 + 5 damage, so that's 7 damage.
That's times 2, 14.
Oh yeah, 14. Actually, yes, the empowerment does double. Yeah, 14 damage. And then sorry, let me just look at trip real quick here. No. Okay, I know he's a
+5.
big old man.
And And now you can make
It's-
another. You can make another action if against this target.
Yes, I am going to. I'm just going to swing again with the
Yeah.
map. So, Dennis, he has a +3, but then he gets another +2 because he's holding his implement. So that's where that extra damn zony comes from.
Damn zone.
Yeah,
Is that class
okay.
thing for the implement?
yeah. So that is a 13, which
Just misses.
even with
just
the off
misses.
guard and the fear and okay.
Yep, he's got a
Yep.
14 armor class.
I
but, yeah.
figured it was okay, cool.
Because it's 17 fear and then 2 for being off guard.
Cool. And
Right.
That's
That's how
high
much
armor
a
class.
off guard is, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And yes, that's that's it for now. That is his turn.
Cool. All right. The captain bandit back here. Hey, all right, boys. You finish this up, and he takes off the other direction.
Oh yeah, what a loser!
These two archer bandits kind of look back and kind of like, what the freak? Like, where'd the boss go? Kind of face, and yeah. All right, Mark. Back to top of the order. Your turn. Hopefully, our combat speed up as we all understand how the play.
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
Valtrex takes a quick
Dennis,
inventory
let's
of
be
the
honest.
field, seeing
Wait till Michael joins.
Prock's taking damage, Riven's taking damage, my Jessa, her name,
Mayessa.
and Grub. So everybody's
Misa.
taking
Misa.
damage. It's looking a little rough. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just making sure I got this correct then. So, Valtrax will channel. He sits there, he takes his staff, holds it out wide, and then takes all 3 of his actions to cast one spell. And he's casting Heal in
Nice.
an area of effect. So everybody that I choose within 30 feet of me gets this healing, which everybody's within 30 feet of me right now.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So as I'm channeling, though, Gruff gets a free action due to act together and gets to make an attack.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
That's
I will
awesome.
do. So Gruff gets a +6 on his roll to a hit. So 19.
That hits.
Yeah, 19 to hit the bandit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. D8 +4, so 7 damage.
Gruff comes in and takes the guy and just rips off one of his arms and throws the body.
So one thing I
We're freaking on the
do
planet
have
Hoth
to
right now.
one thing I do have to put in there just because it's cheeky but accurate is technically if those enemies want to accept that healing, they can unless you have selective channeling yet. You do. Okay.
Well, no, it says you disperse vital energy in a 30-foot emanation that targets all living and undead creatures in the burst. Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's true.
All creatures. So if they don't want to accept it, they would not be willing creatures. But if maybe they don't know what you're doing and they're like, I don't accept that. But if they want to, they can receive it.
Well, the one bandit there is 35 feet. So he doesn't hear anybody. This one's now dead.
So it'd just be
I
the
was
one
more
I'm
thinking
grappling.
just this one. Yeah.
He is within 30 feet. So that would be the only downside with that guy. I'm still going for it.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Roll your
yeah,
healing.
yeah.
Roll
I
your
think
healing.
I'm out of range if he's out of range. It's pretty close.
Nope, because if you look at from my square here, you're 30.
If you count squares for how
Yeah.
spells go, though, it's not quite. I don't know. From the Discord thing where he did the whole spellcasting. Where is it at?
Still doing it.
Do it.
30 be
So 30
this bandit.
30 foot what?
10, 15, 20, 30.
30's this bandit right here. The bandit that you're holding.
I
So would
think
that not get the...
You got to go a little further. It's the bandit itself is 30 feet away from me.
No, I agree that that lands in his square. I'm not disagreeing with that. That lands in his square. It does not hit Prokk though.
Okay, so Prokk doesn't get counted in this.
Full healing for Prokk.
Wow. Big.
Max healing. Everybody in that area gets 16 healing.
Wow.
Because it is the roll plus 8 because I used all 3. Yeah.
That takes me back up.
Yeah.
The
I would
guy,
imagine
the
that way.
bandit who's restrained looks like he's back to full health.
He's still restrained though, baby.
Yeah.
All right,
Everybody-
bandit's turn. Well, he can't do anything except for try to get ungrappled.
Oh, yeah. Grappling's fun,
So-
Mark.
We're gonna roll that grapple, right? A nat
Oh my
20.
goodness.
So-
that's
I
a
think
lot of
that'll
nat
do it.
20s.
He steps on your foot and elbows you, and you let go of him. That's his first action there, and he
Yeah.
he kind of like looks at you and like punk kid, and he takes a swing at Zane with his machete.
Okay.
That'd be a 21 to hit.
You said he broke the
Okay.
grapple.
That'll
Mhm.
hit.
I did indeed. 3 damage.
Okay. Give me one. I just need to read a couple things, but yes, I'll take the 3 damage.
Okay. He's like, I'll accept that.
I
With
will
this-
take that.
With his critical
And his
escape, he can
second,
move 5
and
feet.
that last next attack, he critically missed attacking. What was
Okay.
that? Was that Zach?
Oh,
What was that, Shane?
I was just looking at the escape. On a critical escape, he gets out of it, but then he said you can stride up to 5 feet on a critical
Oh,
escape.
I mean, he doesn't move. He just sits right there. I mean, I guess he can go like that and get, but I mean, to stop you guys from flanking him immediately. But you guys can get back into flanking if you wanted to. All right. It now is Dennis. Prokk, your turn.
So Prokk is going to go ahead and you see he's going to take his cane, and he's got like the one where he whacked the guy has got this like big kind of elegant knob on it, like kind of decorative, and he's going to take the other end and he's going to just pull like the wooden shaft off and there's like a hidden blade inside of it, and then he's going to do a feint action against his target. So basically I make an action here. With a misleading flourish, leave an opponent unprepared for a real attack. Attempt a deception check against your target's perception.
Cool.
So I'll make a deception check here. That's not too good. 13. So they have to target's perception DC.
Oh, the target's perception DC. So a 10 plus perception. The DC is a 14.
So I would fail.
Yep.
Okay. And so if it was a success, the foe would be fooled only momentarily, but that would set the target off guard against my next melee attack, basically.
Okay.
So I
That's a cool way of doing it.
I don't get the sneak attack, but I still
That is
go in
cool.
for an attack against him to use my last action on that. That is not very good. A 13 to hit.
That's a miss. Yep. Cool.
Sorry, just a quick correction. The healing I gave out was only 8, not 16. The added 8 is only on a 2
That's
action.
2
not a
action
third
charge.
action.
I was thinking that, but I had already rules lawyered enough on that turn, so I was like,
No, you're
I'm
good.
just-
I was just trying to
I'm
understand.
not
it
100% sure.
Wait, so you
Yeah.
use
No, I
3,
got-
so
I
you
got
don't get the
it.
extra 8? You use
Yeah,
3
so
actions?
Yeah.
one heals one person, 2
At time.
heals one person at range with
Oh.
the extra 8, 3 is the burst.
Mass with.
Of
Gotcha.
just normal read. Yeah.
So we got 8 healing.
Yes.
Yeah, you only
Yeah.
got 8 healing, not 16.
But
Okay,
hey,
so I'm not-
bandit's not full.
Yep. He's got a little damage on him now. All right, Riven, your turn.
Riven. Okay, so as this guy moves away, I'm gonna turn to him and be like, "So much for you!" And I'm just gonna take 3 hatchet attacks.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
He's
You
still
could
feared
take
1.
one move action to get here and be flanking with me, just for what that's worth.
what does that do? I guess I don't.
I would
He
put him
be
off guard.
He would have that -2 to AC.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah. So I'll just move up. So let's take 1 action. So then I'll only do 2. That's fine. So and he's my hunted target. So
The minus 10 to your roll will be pretty tough on that third attack.
Actually, he's a ranger on his hunted prey. It's not.
So you cut us not is what?
Shane, explain your ability to make your map stupid low against your hunted enemy.
yeah. So my hunted enemy, basically, I understand their movements. I have their vulnerabilities. So on my multiple attacks, I don't take as big of penalties.
So
but it takes
he
an
actually,
action for me.
yeah, instead of taking -5, which everybody else gets, a 4 with an agile, he takes a -3 because it's hunted prey.
Damn.
And if it's also agile and that, he would take a -2 to his second attack and a -4 on his third attack. It is stupid powerful.
That's a cool freaking feature.
Yeah. So I get a +6, a +2, and a -2 on all. That's how my increments go with my hatchet. So the first one is a 25 to hit.
That's got to be a crit with the off guard, right?
That is a crit. That's a crit.
Crit?
That's not a nat 20. That's not a nat 20 though.
No, it was just a 20. Just a 25. I rolled a 19 with a 6.
Yep. So it's not a card, but it is a crit. It is a crit.
It's a crit. Okay, so crit damage is 16 damage.
What was your damage?
Really?
Yeah, because it says so. It's a 2d6. So that's and I rolled a 4, and then it's +4.
Doubled. Right? Yep. So yeah.
Yeah.
16.
That's
So
8 times 2
with one hatchet attack, you bury the hatchet deep into his face, and you pull it out, and you just watch the guy fall limp down dead.
So as I bury it and he starts falling back, I grab my bow as he falls away and just take my bow from him.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, third action. I take my bow back.
That's
I want my bow.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, it's the archers' turns. Okay. The one archer's gonna take a shot at Zane and miss.
Okay, the guy, the
10.
bandit right here, or the archers in the back?
The archer's in the back.
Okay.
And then the other archer on the back is gonna take that'd be a 20 to hit you.
Yes, that will do.
For 4 damage, 2 damage. Sorry, 2 damage. They don't have any bonuses on that.
Okay.
2 damage, and both these bandits then take their last 2 actions and run off into the forest.
Oh, wuss.
So they move 50 feet into the forest, disappearing into the forest. And then this guy here, seeing his predicament, he is going to run away like a coward as well. I don't think anybody has any reactions to stop this from happening, but so he just takes his all 3 actions, so 75 feet, and just runs into the forest. Dang it!
Wow.
You killed about half their force. I mean, like these.
Yeah. They wanted easy loot, and we were not easy loot.
Yeah.
And we took like next to no damage.
As you watch the bandits scatter into the forests, and you guys look at the 3 dead bodies, and Soros stands up behind the log. Is it not? See, that's why we hired you. There for a second, I thought you were gonna give up.
And this Zane is now gone. How do I delete that? There we go.
Click the delete button.
Prokk is gonna go ahead and sheath his sword and kind of look like, and then like wipe the cane off with a little towel and like clean it up because he's got like blood chunks and brain juice on it from critting that one guy. Then he's gonna kneel down and search the pockets of the bandit and see if he can find anything.
Wrecked those dudes.
Yeah, you guys are freaking killing.
So crazy.
Valtrax is gonna kind of walk up to Riven. Hey, how you doing, brother? You feeling okay?
He tore my leathers. He tore it. Look, this is where he stabbed me.
Nothing about the leathers. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
But he stabbed me!
I know. I put down my backpack and I'm gonna dig through it, find the right herbs, and I'm gonna do a treat wounds. Gonna take care of my brother.
I mean, it's not really bleeding anymore. You kind of feel a little good.
Yeah. Just stop fussing. Get over here.
Oh, fine. But wait. He's got my dagger. I need my dagger. I'm just gonna as Baltrex is like fussing on me, I'm just like picking it up and just searching through his pockets and like, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Baby brother. Is there do I find anything like identification or anything that's on the person besides just whatever crappy rusty machete or anything?
No, you don't see any like insignias or papers on these 3 bandits that you guys killed. They just seem like the leathers they're wearing are just like your typical leather armors. The machete are just your typical run-of-the-mill crappy weapons. They don't have anything significant on them at all.
All right.
Wait, Prokk, you say they didn't even have any gold? Yeah, they tried to rob us and they're broke themselves.
Correct. Yeah, you don't find any money on them, on the 3 bodies. You find nothing,
from what I
nothing
can
like
see,
monetarily value.
From what I can see in my clean find, I don't see any money on these guys. I suppose that's why they tried to mug us.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, I guess we get underway. I mean, I've never seen somebody die and then know what to do afterwards.
Well, usually I will take some and put some in some woods and the animals come later.
That makes sense. Okay. You do that and we will continue.
That's me. I'm not strong enough. Look, I'm little. I'm a little man.
I got it. I grab the body, just pick him up, start dragging him into the woods, and just like throw him out.
Zane goes to one of the bandits, and you just kind of see him busy at work, just like rifling through his pockets, and then you see him like take his knife and like shave a couple of the guy's armpit hairs and puts it in one of his pockets, and then he goes up to like one of the other ones and takes like a snippet of his bowstring, and that just like disappears into a different pocket, and he just kind of is like busying himself amongst the corpses, but not with anything of perceivable value.
Prokk's gonna come like tap on his shoulder and be like, that's not worth very much in the market.
Oh yes, young man. To be young and so fiscally responsible. No, not everything in life is about profit, young man.
Yes, it is, but that's okay.
Yes, it is.
So, Chris,
You are old and senile, and that's okay. And then he kind of pokes him a little bit. So that was a fancy trick.
Yes. I wish I had a good explanation for you, but just seems to be something I'm able to do. Actually, I must say the first time I did it, it was rather disturbing, but as an old man, it does make going up the stairs a little bit easier.
that you would use such a power.
So does this corporeal form move over there, and then this one disappears and goes over there, or how does that work? It's so
well. I
different.
don't know how to describe it except for that they both can hurt other people, and they both
get
hurt when they get hurt. Oh yes.
This one feels pain when that one also feels pain. Same thing? Same?
The other one's gone, but yes.
Oh
yes.
yes, the ones that was there before, obviously. The same or different? Same but different?
Same.
Same. Zane. That's tricky.
He laughs.
That's tricky. Okay. And he kind of walks away. Just kind of making something like, so himself, like, talking to himself. That's interesting.
So,
and he goes
just
with
as a
the
quick
gruff,
thing,
and he's like kind of touching gruff while Baltrix is doing his thing.
Ruffle let it happen. His fur is actually exceptionally soft.
Oh, it's like a bunny. I expected more cost like a bear, but no, it's like a bunny. Okay.
Chris, treat wounds requires a DC 15 medicine check. Due to my natural healing, I can use herbs instead and use nature check. I rolled a 19 on that, which is a success, which then I roll a 2d8 healing. So Riven gets 10 hit points back.
Perfect. There you go, Riven. You get 10 hit points back.
You know, it definitely take over 10 minutes to get those logs out of the way. Maybe even longer.
Yeah.
I can do you next if you need some healing.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, he hits me with the machete and it opens me up a little bit. Do you have a sewing machine as well?
Yes.
There's a needle and thread?
No,
Also hurt.
I don't, but
Okay.
give me 10 minutes. Let me get some herbs prepared real quick for you guys.
Yeah,
As you guys are doing this, you watch as Sigrid is like moving the logs, this dwarven cleric, and Drew is like picking up a piece of bark and is like, and he's like, why do we even have you? You don't even get this ration tonight because you won't even help. Pick up at least a stick or something. She's like screaming at him, and he's like, ah! He's like freaking out. Meanwhile, over here, healing up, and no one's expecting you guys to do any help out since you guys killed the bandits. But like it's just kind of this comical thing of like this dwarven cleric just like screaming at Drew, and Drew just like not doing anything about it.
So I actually failed at healing Prokk, so you get no healing.
I like feeling like, oh, that's weird. I don't feel any different, but thank you.
Okay.
Perhaps I'm
in line.
resistant to your herbs after smoking that mushroom.
Could be. Zane, did you need some then?
Well, I wouldn't say no.
Okay. See what I can do for you. Ah, much better. Much better.
Nice.
So 23. Not quite a
Very
critical
good.
success. But
What does that
Still-
get me?
that gets you
Oh,
8
man.
hit points.
Oh, that's lovely. Much better. Thank you. And you see, maybe it was like, pierced his like shoulder or something, and you can see like he is scarred up all over his body, like very, very battle worn.
That's these are a lot worse. These are a lot worse marks than just one battle. You've been around a lot of this?
It would seem so. Oh yes, you were farther up the line as I told those lovely young ladies about it. As you hear in the background, one of the lovely young ladies screaming at somebody. But yes, I can tell from how much my body hurts all the time, and these scars and these weapons, that I have certainly known quite a bit of combat in this life of mine. But old age seems to have got the better of me, and for the life of me, I can't remember.
That's a long life too, because he's old.
In fact, if it weren't for this, and he like opens his trench coat, and you see like a monogram in there that says, Zane, like Professor Zane. If it weren't for that, I don't even think that I would know. Presumably that name is mine, since these clothes seem to fit quite well. But outside of that, it's a bit of a mystery.
That's a fair assumption.
You watch somebody. I won't. No perception. You watch as Regis walks out of the woods, just where the bandits had ran. He walks out of the woods, and you see him with one of his daggers, and you see him like kind of cleaning off his shirt and pocketing his dagger. And he kind of he walks up to all of you as you guys are kind of healing your wounds and stuff. He goes, "I caught one of them. Wouldn't talk, but he shouldn't be talking anymore. Doesn't seem to have any information. I think they're just regular brigands, just prying on those unfortunate in this area. It happens sometimes when you get away from the towns. These brigands, they come out like this. The one I caught, he wouldn't talk.
My
Then again,
God, you're fast. You're a fast one, young man.
well,
By
it wasn't
Newman.
that I was fast. It was that he slowed down, and in his rush to escape your butchery, I was able to easily track him. It wasn't much of any trouble to find him. I'm just glad I was able to find one alone, not with his other friend. Two, I don't think I could have handled. The one, he points at Prokk. The one, I think we share a little kindred ability together.
It's a stabby stab, yeah.
The stabby stab.
Oh,
Yeah.
In my case, the wacky whack.
In my case, it's
Very
the
frightening.
cutty cut.
It's a cut, stab, and whack. It's all good methods as long as you use it correctly.
I would agree with that. So it doesn't matter how they die, just that they are. And he just kind of walks away. This-
Prokk just seems kind of like uncomfortable.
and it's a pretty much like everybody kind of looks at him like, okay, like Maurice says like, ooh, as he kind of like walks away from. Silva,
I'm awake.
as you guys are kind of, while I'm not as good as your gnome friend, I have been known to dabble in medicine. I could help if you wish.
This is Silva, the one that was yelling
Yes.
at everybody?
No, Sigra is yelling, and she still is.
Oh, Silva, the one that hasn't spoken yet.
Silva, one with a southern accent.
Oh, Silva Montrose.
Yes.
But I still
the
have
sou-
not been helped with the healing yet, and I hurt a little bit. I'm down quite a bit on my maximum HP.
Yes, of course. Give me just a second here. And she takes off her backpack. She pulls out a proper healing kit with proper bandages and things. Let's see here. Let's see what her bonus is. A +4. So let's see what happens. She well, let me see here, and she pulls out her healer's kit, and she begins to poke and prod you, and like moving your joints, like hurting you, and
That feels good. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that feels good. Was she a cleric? I can't remember. Or no?
No, she is not a cleric. She's not the cleric. It's
Academia.
Sigra that is the
Just
the
Sigra.
cleric.
Okay.
Yeah, Sigra is the dwarf. The dwarf that's currently yelling at people is the cleric on the expedition.
Is she still on the log?
Yeah, I haven't moved her up here, but she is.
Thanks so much. That was very kind of you. Again, so nice. Don't know what's going on today, but for some reason, I'm very resistant to your kindness. But normally, I'd be unresistant to your kindness. Okay, I'm gonna walk away now, and then he starts walking away. It's like kind of like a charming, obviously it doesn't have a lot of the same cultural cues or whatever. And he's gonna walk over to Sigra and be like, kind of like reach in his bag real quick and like kind of you see him put on this like beard, like this, like a little fake beard.
Because the Doran woman.
Because you notice that Prokk is pretty well shaven. He kind of goes his beard on, like, Sika, our companions appear to be very poor healers, and I was wondering if you could just spare a minute after we hew this log in half and move it off the road with your strong muscles, and perhaps you could look at my owie here.
Oh yes, of course. Newman, bless you, and she smacks you, and as she smacks you, she gives you a little, gives you some healing.
Thank you, Almighty. Appreciate it. As he walks away, you see him kind of like talking back, put it back in his bag. Some dwarfs.
8 healing. Is there a bonus on that, Mark?
That's good.
For healing.
That gets me up all the way.
Okay. So she kind of smacks you, and that she like, oh yes, Newman bless you, and she just gives you a smack and heals you, and she goes right back. Drew, what did I say? Lift with your legs, like she starts screaming at them again. Eventually the log is moved out of the way, and the path is cleared, and you guys can
we found the
resume
path.
the
We are the
travel.
Pathfinders.
But of course, the amount of time it took here, it probably grinds to a halt as they bring everybody in, and you probably just call this location that camp for that night. As it took a couple hours to move this log, it was heavy, not really proper equipment to move logs out of the way, and so it took you some time to move this log.
Wait,
and
2 logs.
Yes, and the second one, yeah, thank you, yeah, Shane. There's 2 logs. So once it takes you 2 hours to get the 1 log, you look over here and realize there's 2, and the Ceros goes, right, so set up camp here. We lost time, these darn bandits. But we'll resume in the morning. To get this log moved and set up camp.
Well, at least we'll have lots of firewood for tonight.
That is a way to put a cheery mood on this. Thank you very much, my young man. You are right. That is the way to look at this. Thank you for cheering me right back up. We remember our mission is to travel and have a good time doing so. All right.
As they're hunting and setting up, I want to Mesa basically approach her and be like, well, I mean, if they're taking all this time, do you mind? We could go out and find dinner. Would you mind going hunting with me?
She gives you a small grin, and it was like, of course. Let us hunt. And
okay. I'll whistle. I'll have Vexus come with me. He's really good at finding things. Vexus, seek food. Let's go.
All right, the 2 of you head off. I'll ask you for your role here in a minute. As you guys are setting up for nights, I want you to. We're going to be ending here very soon, guys. So just expect that. But just kind of talk through the nightly routine real quick as you guys are setting up camp. Of course, it isn't just all of you. There's a big group here of people. The students are setting up tents. The Drew doesn't do anything for the camp. He just finds a tree and sits down next to it, babying his hands. All those other people present also begin to help set up camp, set up chairs, pull out tents. The amount of stuff that they bring out to set up camp here is not what a normal Pathfinder would bring. Right? They bring out chairs for themselves. They fold up the tents.
Chaise lounge.
Yeah, you see them pull out like not mattresses, but like rolled up hay beds, and they throw them down on inside the tents to sleep on. I mean, wow. It is. Yeah, these people are not. This is not how they don't normally this way. And
gonna have my down comforter.
Yeah, and you watch as Nemia, she sets up the pot over the fire, and she starts striking her flint and steel and getting a fire going underneath the pot, and begins to kind of get a concoction going in the pot for food. What are the rest of you kind of setting up for nighttime? What's it kind of like?
As long as the hunters are out hunting, I'm gonna go looking for some plants, herbs, medicines, because I just used up a bunch of my supplies. So I'm gonna go start foraging for just some plants and herbs, any spices or anything like that.
I would
until the hunters come back.
Would it be okay if I go with you, Botox?
No, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm curious if you know any plants that could possibly hurt somebody.
See, I didn't really deal with the hurting that much, and I pull out my book of herbs. There's some stuff in here that tells you about some of those. Here,
perhaps things that maybe you have noticed to avoid because they hurt, instead of trying to maybe inflict the hurt. Maybe that's a better way to put it for me to talk to you.
You're talking about the stinging nettle. That stuff is
stinging nettle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stinging nettle. It's everywhere around here.
And starts he starts you see him take out his like little booklet, and he's got like a little piece of like charcoal, and he's like kind of writing in there, like singing. That's okay. What does that look like? And he kind of walks with you. You kind of show him.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him some plants that are like the, oh, don't touch these ones. These ones, oh, no go. Yeah.
In which case, exactly the plant you.
He grabs his knife and like take a leaf and takes the charcoal and like makes an imprint so he knows exactly what it looks like when he looks at for it in the future. Like, okay, so this one is owie, so we don't. Okay, he cuts it like gently, trying to handle it. Like, okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah, gross.
These
ones good for eating.
Puts a big
These
bunch
ones
in
are
his
really
pocket.
good.
Oh yeah, that is a good deal.
No, he's almost bouncing through the forest, and Gruff is just kind of like prancing and like bouncing along with him as they're just kind of like looking through the forest for stuff.
Zane is kind of goes off into his own little area, and you see, quite a production, which is like he goes through and does like a contents check on every pocket on his thing, and part of it is like it's very deft, like it looks like a very practiced movement, but then like at the same time it's like he's really examining everything. Like you get the sense from everything he said he's probably trying to figure out additional clues that might spark a memory, but at the same time it's like the muscle memory of these are clearly all tools, and like somewhere in the back of his mind he needs to know where everything is, have it all accessible, his weapons are sharpened, his stuff is organized, and that takes probably like at least an hour, if not several hours, and that's what he's doing.
All right, Shane, you're hunting. Give us a little like role play description of your hunt, and then give me that roll.
So as we go out hunting, Vexen, he's kind of my extra hunting dog. I'm having him like we're trying to find little game trails, all that stuff. We're checking, underbrush, anything we can do. Surveying the area. We're looking for scat. Riven is very nervous to have somebody else with him hunting. He doesn't want to look. He kind of wants to impress. But he's also trying to see. He's watching her to see how she stalks prey. He's like, oh hey, like look, you can see like this is where they go, and he's asking her like, how would you go out? Sometimes the young rabbits they're little, but the bigger ones. Finding bigger game is always better. But they get a little skittish.
How old is Riven?
He's young, like upper teens, probably.
Like 6, 17, 18, 19?
Yeah, like 18. We'll say he's 18.
Okay. You can't help, I think, but you can see the token I used for this elf ranger. You can't help, I think, as a young man, her form is very, even to an orc, attractive, right? And probably more so as you guys are out moving in the forest and watching her and feeling deep inside of me. You like there's probably like even further like this like level of attraction to her as not only she is absolutely beautiful, but then her ability to navigate the forest and watching her move through the forest with very little sound, and her ability to just glide, it would seem, as she just naturally is able to just be part of the forest and guiding you through game trails and showing you little tricks that elves hold that are something that you didn't ever picked up on. You're a lack of better words, but your brutish way of just hunting, right? As she shows you the subtleties of the birds and moving and all these things.
Rivet is very self-taught. Very self-taught. He's like, I didn't really have anybody to show me. I just kind of went out into the woods and figured it out on my own.
And then she kind of looks at you and she smiles and says, well, I can tell you one hint. is hard to hear when we speak.
Oh, yeah. I'm not anybody else.
So I think is there a roll that you make? I'm pretty sure there's a roll that you make to see if you get like more rations or bring back a good amount of rations back. I think.
I don't know if I have. I know there's a thing for that. There's a skill for that later that I don't have.
Okay, so I know there's a survival check.
Yes, I don't have that yet. That's probably I have that.
No, you can like you can make just a survival check. And it doesn't give you anything else. It's just like a basic survival check. And if you, as long as you make the DC of the survival check, you get enough food while hunting to support yourself.
Okay. Survival check. So Riven is super nervous and super loud, and he scares everything away with a natural 1 for a 5. He is not used to having. He is super trying. Like he's trying so hard to impress her that he is screwing everything up.
And what's really funny is like this level of a forest isn't that hard of a DC either. So like it wouldn't have been that hard to find enough food for one person. She was, well, sometimes this can happen. And as she says this, she's hiding her own kill from trying to save your face. It can happen, sometimes men have problems with performance, and it's okay. It's okay.
It's never happened to me before, I swear.
Are there natural animals kind of like in this forest, like birds, squirrels, that type of thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's quite it's quite after the battle when you're moving to the forest, quite loud with birds and squirrels and chickmunks, and this is like I said, this is not a hard DC to get food out of this place. But when you roll a natural 1, it doesn't really matter.
Even Vixen comes back with a rabbit in his mouth. It's just like I'm like, ah.
The first like major bird or squirrel that I come across, I would like to ask it, pull out some specific herbs I'm looking for, and ask it if it's seen these ones.
Yeah, Prokk would be a little bit weirded out
so
by
the
that.
squirrel basically
Squeaker,
the
squeaker, squeak,
I find the
squeaking,
squirrel.
squeaker, squeaker,
Yeah,
squeak, squeaker.
squeak,
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaker. Would you like me to roll a persuasion or a diplomacy check on that?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not working. What's going on with that now? I can still roll. Face. Oh, 19 plus 7. So, yeah, 26.
A squirrel slows down for a moment as it hears your voice, and indicates to you that it kind of looks at you like, are you stupid? It's all around you, and it like disappeared.
Squirrels. I turned to Prokk. Squirrels. They are the most ridiculous. Am I right?
Yeah, I've never interacted with a squirrel like that before, so I can't confirm.
And then as it says you're stupid, you like watch as one of the things you're looking for drops from the sky, and you hear it go, see, I found one already, and it like disappears.
The nerve. The nerve.
But all you hear Prokk is, and then like that's all you hear.
Yeah. Well, I hope that was beneficial for you. It was for me. I'm ready to go back now.
Cool. All right.
I think you're gonna murder me in the woods and leave me for my body to die and be eaten by squirrels.
Nah. So gather what I can, and I come back to camp.
Cool. Anything else, guys? Before we end the session, anything else you guys want to do this night? As we're gonna kind of end the nights and begin next session, and then with the next morning. Anything else, boys?
Do we track any XP, or is it gonna be
40 XP for all of you?
nice?
Where's that go?
And then will you tell us when that hits the next threshold, or is there somewhere that
1,000 experience is a threshold for first level to second level.
Wow.
So
And it's
we're
the
gonna
same
do
thing.
just
It's the same thing, second level, third level, and the same thing for the fourth level, and the same thing. It's a 1,000 experience points for every level up.
Wow.
There's
So
there's no growth arc.
We each get 40.
Yep, biggest 40.
Hey, Riven, did you get me dinner tonight?
Oh man, it was horrible. I was so sweaty. She was moving great. She did all these fancy things. I was just like, I kept tripping on bugs and like snapping on twigs. And I swear, I scared everything away from us in like a mile radius. They were gone. I mean, even Vixen here got, he got stuff, but I didn't get anything. It was horrible.
He's sitting there like munching on a squirrel he caught or something, or a rabbit.
So are you not cooking tonight?
No, I didn't get anything. This could be another night of being hungry.
Well, we've got rations. We can go off.
Oh yeah, but those aren't as good as fresh meat.
I know.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Except that it's not.
I'm gonna pile up some like loose twigs, sticks, some firewood. Kind of. If everybody's kind of camping over in the area in the clearing, I'm gonna pull off to the trees a little bit. Set up. Gruff's gonna kind of lay down. I'll snuggle into Gruff, get the twigs going, light them on fire with my magic, ignite, and snuggle in for the night after getting some rations.
The whole time as the food is being served, everybody's happy to eat the food, right? Except for one person, Drew. He complains and with every bite. And then he takes one bite and he swears he has a sliver in his mouth because why didn't we bring pewter silverware? Why are we using this wood?
Wow, this guy sucks.
I mean, pewter would be much better. You're right. That would be much better.
He could just do what I do. Just use your hands.
Naima walks over and the teaching assistant of the professor, she sits down next to Drew and she draws out a pewter spoon and hands it to him. And you see this like level of not like she's actually attracted to him, but a little bit of a kissing up to an aristocrat happening here. Like a little bit of a kiss up moment as she conversates with him and like sympathizes with his pleas and things, and she's like he kind of like confides in her like how sucky this is and stuff like that, and like I can't believe my father made me do this, and she's like yes, oh my gosh, she kind of rubbing him on the back and really just really giving him
really laying it on.
Really laying on. He's eating it up. Like he doesn't catch on at any level of her butt kissery. Just like he doesn't care. He wants
kissery.
And
I can work my way over there and be like, the Baltrax, he could talk to animals. Perhaps he could talk to your horse and top it so he doesn't kick you off tomorrow.
Do you think I can do that?
I think he can. I saw him talking to a squirrel, and then the squirrel dropped some stuff for him. It was very interesting. I'd like to see him try to talk to the horse too.
Well, I mean, if he can talk to my horse, he better do that. I mean, it's only his job to make sure our traveling succeeds and that we do so in comfort.
Well, I totally agree.
Don't do that. Those are the high mucky mucks. You know them. I mean, they always make fun of us, and well, I mean, not so much us as they make fun of me.
Not as many people are as forgiving and generous as the gnomes are.
I know you guys
Also,
are good to me,
especially the ones that call themselves out as generous and good.
As you can see that everybody, starts retiring to the tent. No one really stays up to talk after food, and the dark kind of falls. People go back to their tent. Soros goes with Nima into their tent. Sigra and Regis go into their tent together. They're just sharing tents because there's not enough tents for everybody to have their own tent.
You say they're
Marisa,
man, a woman, and a man, a woman?
Yeah.
I'm like, it'd probably be more comfortable if he switch so it's a woman, a man, a nun. So some privacy, things like that for women.
And it's you. Give me a is there a sense motive?
Probably would just be perception, I think.
Perception. Give me a perception check. Prokk, as you say this to Naima, she turns to you with venom in her eyes that you would suggest that she would not stay in the tent with the professor.
Natural 20. 26. Critical success, I'm sure, but
there is something there more than a student to a professor, and it's not romantic either. There's something there. The idea that anybody could have influence over the professor, but then not be her, there is something there. Like there's something you can tell right away that her reaction to you just suggesting that, like really hard triggered on some level.
So Prokk, recognizing this, would kick in a bit of his diplomatic past and be like, I was actually just trying to do that so that if you wanted to talk later about something, we could. I don't know if you want to talk about what's going on at school, academia, and things. I'm very interested in that. Maybe he can go to night with his friend over there, the rich boy or whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to upset you or anything.
I'm not upset. I just the professor. His needs I must attend to, and only I can provide those.
Oh, of course.
So,
of course,
there is a sense motive action, but it is just a perception. But
okay,
yeah.
With that, she goes into her tent, and you hear muffled talking inside the tent, and you can't hear anything out as they're kind of like speaking under. Right now, if you were to want to actually go and spy on them, you could.
Oh yeah,
but it just okay.
Oh yeah,
I hide.
Make a stealth check as you try to get close to their tent without making noise.
Oh, not very good. 9.
I'm sorry. Is that somebody out there? You hear Naima's voice go louder from the whisper with her talking.
And she probably just hear like scurrying away as I walk away.
Okay. Yep. And you don't see anybody poke their head out the tent. You just that's it. That's all it is. So everybody goes to their tents. Everybody goes to their proper tents. Drew has his own tent. He insists upon having his own tent, of course. Marisa, however you want to say her, it curls up. She curls up next to the fire. And I'm sorry. And watches are. Of course, you guys are expected to be part of watches.
Zane was effectively kind of hunkered over in a corner, taking first watch. That was just something he was gonna do, anyways.
Who wants to take second watch? One of you are required to take second watch. You are the Pathfinders. You're the protectors of the expedition. So you and Gruff are going to take second watch. Third watch. Perfect. And fourth watch, Dennis. That means you.
Oh, I guess I'll do it.
Yep. So you'll be fourth watch. Marisa is going to take. Will take third watch with Riven. Sigra will take fourth watch with Prokk. Gruff and Boutrix. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to know you guys. Remember, guys.
All right.
Boutrix will take it together because it's basically two people, two separate perception checks. There's no need to have a second individual be on watch. Those two are good enough. And then with Zane, it will be Regis that will take watch.
Nice.
So we'll just finish the night right now. Zane, give me a perception check as you guys are at watch, just kind of chilling. You and Regis and.
Where did Albert?
I'm trying to finish this, but I'm also not trying to rush it. So if you guys want to go to bed, please tell me.
Yeah, this will probably be about it for me. It is a 13.
Okay. And then Regis rolled a natural 16. So
Nice.
he rolled a pretty good perception check there. Do you want to talk to Regis? Are you talkative with Zane? Want to ask him any questions? Otherwise, Regis is happy to sit there in silence.
I think with this particular guy, I think at this point he's kind of reflective. You know what I mean? He's thinking inwards. He's keeping his eyes out, but I think he's got a lot on his mind, that belies his charismatic chattiness with other people. Like he's kind of in his own head, which maybe
All right.
reflects in his perception score.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. Second watch. That'd be Mark and Gruff. Sorry, Bellatrix and Gruff.
Bellatrix. Lestrange.
Bellatrix or Sange.
7. Do you want me to do one for Baltrex as well then?
Yeah, you and Gruff both. They won't make one separate because it's 2 perception checks because 2 people are watching. Well,
The
technically.
better of the 2 is going to be 13.
Okay. Nothing happens on your watch. Third watch. Shane. Perception check.
Muted.
7 for 13.
And she rolled a 15, so she got 20, something like that. I don't know. I don't have her sheet open. She got a pretty decent perception check. She's taking her watch extremely serious. Like if you were to try to ask her questions, she kind of look at you like, this is not the time to ask questions kind of look.
So I'm not asking her questions, but I'm like really embarrassed for the bad hunt. So I'm just like sitting over my corner, also like getting distracted, just like watching her.
All right, nothing on your watch either, and then the final watch.
That is a 13 as well. That's all 13s.
yeah,
That's a lot of 13.
it really
and
is.
in the final watch, there is nothing to report. And do you want to say anything to this dwarven cleric, or are you just gonna sit there and quiet?
Yeah, well, I probably kind of like sit next to him and be like, well, so you're from the Church of Newman, obviously, and you're coming with us to this potential excavation site. What are your hopes for this? What do you think is going to be over there?
Well, I would hope that I'd have people who can make less obvious observations.
Oh. This is our first day traveling. I don't know much about you.
Yes, you are right, and I do have no desire to get to know anybody here. I've been tasked to this expedition to make sure that heresy remains heresy. These expedition sites are abomination to Newman, but the church complies to the aristocracy's desire to understand the past, which needs to be left in the past.
Oh, I agree with you completely. And in fact, I hope that we find that we have more evidence of Newman in the excavation site. I think it will be very compelling for us to continue to spread our Almighty and his power.
Just out of curiosity, Dennis, is there any level of double talk here?
There's a bit of just trying to maybe I believe in Newman and worship Newman like everybody, but I also want to kind of see if she's suspects something of somebody within the group, or if she's just strictly making sure that no funny business happens down there, or she can cover something up kind of thing. But
okay, cool. Yeah, so she turns to you now, taking more interest. Really, you do believe that this could reveal more about Newman?
I don't see why not. He's the Almighty, no? So he's been around forever, as far as I know, right?
As far as we know, yes. That even though we have only started counting his years, that he must have existed beyond.
Of course.
It is good to know that this expedition is not just being led by stupid scholars with their noses in books, but it's also with somebody who wishes to know the Almighty himself better. I misjudged you, friend.
Of course. And as a fellow dwarf, I hope that we can have a lot of fun out here to watch these silly humans and other races little gnome boy, like it's an orc. Very, very silly people. The way they talk.
Yes.
The way they talk.
Yes, that the way she kind of leans in, looking over to make sure that he's asleep. The fact that they let him in.
Oh yeah, no. See, I'm from the east, and I've met a lot of other orcs, so I have no issues. But I understand what you're saying. Sometimes looks can be difficult to. He's kind of ugly, big tusks. but to him, I'm sure that I'm also ugly. So I think we just got to be kind to those around us. I think Newman would agree.
He agrees to a degree.
Yeah. Well, you would know better than me, of course.
Oh yes, of course. I'm glad you understand. All right. That watch comes to an end with the bigot of cleric that you have on your team, and we will end the session with that.
Nice.
In the morning, we will, and everybody who's not fully healed will gain their character level, their Constitution modifier times their level hit points back for after a full rest.
Constitution modifier times their level.
Times your level.
So if you have 0, you get 0 health back.
Minimum 1.
Okay.
Minimum 1.
I'm like, boy, I ain't gonna be healing this game. I'm gonna be talking that cleric every day.
Yeah.
Every damn day.
Smart.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I got
Thanks,
myself
guys.
back.
Nice work, gentlemen. Very fun.
Yeah, very fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed
a crit kill on the first roll. That was freaking sick.
That was
After
with
sneaking
my
through the bushes.
cane.
Yeah.
Not even unsheathed. It just whacked him with the sheath on it.
And it's hilarious that the crit was that he got dazzled too. Like you just concussed him on the back of his head.
Oh man. GG. I like Pathfinder.
Yeah, super fun.
So
The
good,
amount of crits was so fun.
Like natural 20s
There's
too.
a lot of
It
natural
was
20s.
just like whoa.
A lot of 13s as well.
Yeah.
Everybody I watch it have 13.
I learned a lot in that, and because like my first combat in Pathfinder, and as a dungeon master, I now know better how to prepare myself next time for our next combat.
Me too.
I was moderately prepared. I was prepared like I was going to run a 5th edition adventure. And
I realized that
is
sneaking,
not
I could
prepared
have
enough.
drawn my weapon so I could have avoided that action, for the actual attack rounds. Instead of, now I've just got my cane, my sheathed weapon.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I prepared that encounter as if it was a 5th edition encounter. And this is not 5th edition. And I learned that in that encounter, which is good. I mean, what I meant by learn that is I don't know if I fully understood how to run those bandits smart enough and well enough, right? And knew all the ins and outs of how to get them to do what they need to do. So that was a fun one, the warm up. So
yeah,
as well as the fact that what I thought were just bandits ended up being kind of a little bit strong for you guys. They're a little bit more than a 5th edition of bandits. These are just a little bit more than
3
that.
actions you can actually attack.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
demoralize.
if Riven's HP is anything close to mine, you almost one-shot him on that, like that initial volley.
Took me out with that hit. That was half my HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was I learned a lot there. I put too many bandits, honestly. I just pulled the screen back a little bit.
Bandits, I was like,
I put too many. And so I played it off as like bandits ran for their life because they would, right?
Which
they're not going to
totally
stick around.
sense, yeah.
Which makes sense story-wise. But in reality, it was Chris realizing this is too many bandits for 4 players. This is too much. And that's okay. I learned a lesson. What?
It's like I can only imagine what the captain would have done.
That's kind of the other part I was thinking.
The fun thing about Pathfinder is they actually give you 3 types for every creature there is. You have elites, normals, and weaks. And all you have to do on the bestiary is click elite, normal, and weak, and it automatically adjusts the stats for for it. So I already adjusted all these bandits to be considered weak bandits. And so the captain was just going to be a normal bandit. So a normal bandit was considered a creature level 2.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
And I learned what a creature level 2 meant in that combat. Yeah. It's
Yep.
a +9 to his attack roll.
A creature level 3 would have been considered like a severe, almost unwinnable, like full party killing. So a creature level 2 would have been by themselves would have been the threshold of what we could take on.
Yeah, creature level 2 is 30 hit points, AC 19, with +9 to their attack roll.
Yeah. Pretty aggressive. That's actually not as bad as I would have thought, but
but when a weak is a +7 and 20 hit points, and they were getting you guys pretty good, I was like,
they got a good AC, man.
I think these bandits need to turn cowardly and run.
Well, good game.